and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. The All-Star break continues for the Milwaukee Brewers in second place in the National League Central Division standings as they get set to start the second half of the season tomorrow night visiting the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Brewers 1 game back of the Chicago Cubs for the top spot in the NL Central. Just a game and a half back of the Dodgers for the best record in all of the National League. Brewers-Dodgers tomorrow night, 9:10, late night first pitch. Pre-game coverage starts at 8:40 right here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. It's Jose Quintana scheduled to get the first start out of the break for the Crew tomorrow night. NFL, less than a week to go until the Green Bay Packers kick off training camp on Wednesday up in Green Bay. For the latest on the Packers, check it out from ESPN Packers reporter Rob Domofsky and the rest of ESPN's NFL Nation over at ESPNWisconsin.com. Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio scheduled to appear at 9:30. Wilde and Tausch starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky, it might be as almost to the point of Ruth?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Tausch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Thursday edition. The Do I Sound Different edition. Where's Joe Thomas with those Gotham bagels? I thought that was like a staple of.
They serve ice cream?
No, but we love Joe Thomas edition. David Gruber doesn't serve ice cream either, but he is a great partner. And yesterday, I had to make one call, that's all. Edition. And not because I wanted to just talk to him about how things were going. Welcome to Madison. And people's driving skills being questionable. Edition. And God, it's great to be in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios with the whole team to talk about whatever we're going to talk about because we need training camp to start. I was saying that to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning. Edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, all-customizable, so you can put Wilde and Tausch right in the top spot, ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find in both the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde, normally in Green Bay, but not today. Jesse, where I'm sitting, is this a bad angle for you? You want me to sit somewhere else?
It's not the best angle, but we're making it work.
It looks a little wide, and then there's the empty chair. I'll move if you want me to.
Well, one of our cameras went out just as we started the show, so that's not helping the cause. So we'll get this sorted out.
This is why we just belong in our homes, and you here.
You're good. We'll get it sorted out. You stay comfortable.
That is Jesse Nelson in the behind the glass of the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, and across the table from me, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Well, let's hear it. What are you calling David Gruber about?
Yeah, Paula and Maddie got rear-ended while Sydney was at volleyball camp with the Badgers. And,
everybody's all right, right?
They are, but...
Well, just wait a second. Maybe you want to... Did you talk to Gruber, and is it Is there maybe a shoulder issue?
Yeah,
or is
so
it-
they're all right in terms of nobody's seriously injured. But I'm here to tell you that I know people joke about whiplash and that maybe there are folks that fake the injury and then they walk around with that big neck collar on.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, they legit have whiplash. They got hit really
legit whiplash.
Yeah, they got rear-ended
Airbag go off.
really hard. No.
Okay.
So could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. So we're thankful for that. But Paula had never been in an accident before. So she called me. I was at the Kohl Center, and I'm like, I think you're supposed to call the
police. Are there a lot of parents that stick around and watch?
There are.
And
And
you
I
just
only I don't
you
only
hover
stay for a little
around
while.
and kind of watch what's going on.
Yeah, I was talking to Kelly Sheffield for a while, and Lauren Carlini was running the camp. So it was just great and obviously we here at ESPN Madison absolutely love our Badgers coverage, and it's across ESPN Wisconsin.
Did you ask Kelly about Jesse?
I did.
What did he say?
Actually, I didn't ask him about Jesse. He brought up Jesse unprompted.
not. He did
swear.
not.
How about that?
I swear.
What did he say?
On my David Gruber-led lawsuit, I definitely.
Okay.
He did.
Oh, give us. Okay, so tell us how that played.
Okay, so save the car crash
No,
story
you can
for
tell
now,
both,
and we'll.
but now this is how it
so-
works. Weave it together.
All right, I'm not. You know me. I like to just write separate stories at channel3000.com, which you can read today. So I'm talking to Kelly. I'm already kind of grumpy because the parking checkers on campus are a little aggressive. So
Got to get our guy back. Big fan of
we
the
could
show.
have used him.
Yeah.
The guy that wrote us a parking ticket.
Meter dude.
Yeah, meter dude.
Yeah, meter, good dude, meter dude.
He was not this one. So that was the kind of that was a bad omen for the day.
They got a little bit of a power trip, meter people.
They do. Totally
They
agree.
use that little bit of power to their power.
Yes. I don't know why you choose that field, but again, God bless him. He did his job like he was supposed to. It was definitely expired by about 3 minutes because I spent too much time talking to Coach Sheffield about Jesse. But a lot of the parents did not plug the meters at all when they dropped off their kids.
You might as well not. Just take the one ticket and be done with it.
And they were watching. I swear they view this as a money-making opportunity for all these parents that are dropping their kids off.
That's exactly what they're doing. Can you get more than one parking ticket in a day?
That's a good. I don't know.
So if I leave my car in front of the Kohl Center and I'm like, I'm going to get a ticket, great, it's $45 or whatever it's going to be. That's
But you're saying it's worth the
It's
price
worth
of
it
to have a
you're-
front row parking
Just
spot.
keep it parked
Yeah.
there and then leave at 5 in the afternoon. Are they going to hand me a 3 different times?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Parking people and a parking dude that used to listen. I don't know if you still do. Text us or call us, Jesse. What's the number?
844-770-3776. 844-770-3776.
I'm guessing you can get more
Carlos
than
talking
one.
text line.
I'm guessing.
I would assume so.
And I see now that they have these tow trucks that they're not tow trucks. They slide them in, and you can just. I just saw it on Twitter. It's like it almost looks like a little baby trailer. They put it right under, and you can get your car towed. You don't need a big old rig now. You can just go. But continue on your weaving story.
So I was talking to Kelly, who we all know is terrific, and we were talking about.
We're not doing any NCAA violations here, right? Because obviously your daughter's a really good volleyball player.
No, we were not talking about Sydney. We were just talking
Not
about
at
life
all?
in general. No, we did not. We did not.
I got a hard time.
No, we didn't.
Not one
She's
bit?
not.
No
First of all,
violations.
she's about to be a freshman. She is not on their radar.
I feel like this might be some violations,
we
but
were
I'm not going
talking-
to say anything. Okay.
We were talking about. I asked him how he felt the first season went.
Did you
on
slip him
ESPN
some tape
Wisconsin?
of your daughter? It said, hey, like, Dardo.
I did not.
Okay.
And he's allowed to stand there and watch her live if he so chooses, along with the hundreds of other setters that they had at camp. But I asked him about the radio broadcast. I said it was always fun when you came on with us, and he said I have to call. I got a call or I got a text. Did you text him or call him yesterday?
Well, both.
Okay.
I've been trying to get in touch with him for a while.
Yeah, I was going to say him bringing you up unprompted, I don't think was I really like that Jesse Nelson fella, and I can't wait to talk to him.
I'm 100%
I'm hearing a lot
pestering
from him. I probably got to get back to him.
100% pestering.
Yeah.
Understood. Yes.
And I told him what a good job you do, and I said I know he's trying to get something planned with you, but he knows you're busy. But we were just talking about you the other day, and now he's got to get a hold of you. And he said I owe him a call. I'm going to get back to him today, and he did.
And he did last night. Yeah.
One call. That was all.
Well, for Jesse, it was not.
It was actually,
I'm trying to help you.
Calls
a little more.
No, I know. But and with David, it was one text that all, and then he had one of his lawyers on staff give me a call. I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do with this next. I don't want to be. I'm not overly litigious. But
I think you're more litigious than you think.
So I have some information on a couple of fronts. Number one, Jim in the Berg on the text line says that if you plan on any litigation occurring with this, you should probably stop talking about it in a public setting. I don't know what Jim in the Berg's criteria is for that, but that's his advice.
That's good advice. Sure.
And then
but part of the deal with this show is you're going to tell us what's going on.
Exactly.
So that's,
On the private text line, someone very close to me that lives in my home says, yes, you can get more than one. I got 2 tickets in a 2-hour zone for parking somewhere all day.
How do they know, though? How do they know?
Because
I don't like that.
I
don't like that.
What I've learned from someone, I forgot if I was talking to someone who does the meters or someone who knows
of it. Do you get another 2 hours after you get your first ticket?
They put like a little chalk line on your tire when they come by to know if...
That's if it's 2-hour parking. I'm talking about meters.
Well, that's the same thing.
You have a ticket up on your windshield. You know what I mean?
I'm guessing it's every time they come by if... You're parked there illegally.
You can get 8 tickets in a day.
And then they'll tell you after that.
That's ridiculous.
There must be some type of limit. Like, you can't do every minute. Like, you walk there, you walk around the block, and 2 minutes later, you're back.
I bet at some point we'll start seeing you get fined by like 20 cents every minute you're over. And if you're over by 8 hours, it's going to be a big day. All right, continue.
So
that was just for the record. That was Jesse interrupting you now.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm accustomed to whoever.
God,
it might
you're
be.
just a chill dude today, man. Well, you're just chill. I like it. Continue.
So Paula and Maddie were running some errands while I was because they didn't need to stay, and they were going to come back and pick me up after I stayed for like an hour. So. Helicopter dad could give Sydney her space to take part in the camp.
You are a helicopter dad.
Yeah,
I know you fully embrace it.
I know who I am.
We're all
and you do too. But so it was a great conversation with Kelly, and it's pretty cool that you can have the starting setter from the U.S. Olympic team coaching you up on setting, which is pretty awesome. So then I get a call. I had to go to Channel 3, so Paula and Maddie come pick me up. I go out to Channel 3 where I had some meetings, and I'm in the middle of a meeting, and Maddie calls me, and Maddie never calls me. The girls always just text, so I'm like, oh. And I answer it, and it was, Dad, we just got into a car accident. Oh, well, are you okay? Yeah, but and we have a new Nissan Pathfinder. They don't sell ice cream, and it has less than 2,000 miles on it, and now it has a gigantic, crunched up dent in the back of it. And they got hit pretty darn hard, and they were both struggling a little bit yesterday. And then on top of that, we got stuck in a Goodwill while there was a tornado, and we couldn't leave. So it was quite.
That's a place
yesterday.
you love, so that works out all right.
Indeed. So I did text David, and I did have some questions. I appreciate Jim and the Berg's advice. I don't think we intend on taking that action, but we do have to get some repair work done on our vehicle.
Okay.
So my question for you guys, because Paula had never been in an accident, I had only been in one, and it was a multi-car, like somebody was late for school and rammed into a lineup of cars at the stoplight, and so it was a chain reaction effect. So there were like I got hit from behind, and then I went into the next car, and then that car went into the next car.
A little domino action.
And my question is, what is the protocol when you're in a car accident? Like, Paula had no idea what to do. That's why they called me. And I'm like, well, I don't really know what to do. I would say you have to call the police. That's the first step, no? Like,
so I was in one a couple of years ago.
was it your fault?
It was a very snowy morning, and yes, it was my fault.
And then you slipped and fell on your way into this building?
No, not that morning. I hit the Ratmobile. It was a pest control vehicle with a giant rat on the side of it. And we were
not like that little Volkswagen Bug on the corner of I don't know what the company is, but they made a Volkswagen Bug look like a mouse. You did not hit that
No,
vehicle.
not that one.
Okay.
But it was a big white van with a big rat on each side, and we were coming up on a stoplight. And they hit their brakes. The light turned yellow. Like we were cruising. Like we weren't going super fast. It was 25 miles an hour on a 45 because it was snowy and slushy. And so we're coming up on the light. It turns from green to yellow, and the van just hits its brakes immediately, thinking it's going to go. I thought it would go through easily. It hits the brakes and stops before the light turns red. So I wasn't ready for it. I slid in, hit them. Well, it's just a gentle nudge, but just enough to do a little bit of little fender bender. So what we ended up doing is they just kind of put their hand out the window, said over here. And
are you sure they were pointing? You sure
yes,
it wasn't a different
finger?
finger?
It was a point. She was very nice about it. She just pointed to the left, and then we to the right. We pulled over at a Quick Trip and pulled into the
better place to resolve your car accident.
Pulled into
Get a
the parking
coffee.
lot. We had to take some photos. She had to call because it was a business vehicle. She had to call and add something into it. But we just exchanged insurance. We didn't call the police at all. They said no need to do that. Let's just exchange information and we're good to go. So I think if there's any confrontation as to who's at fault, I think that's when the police start to get involved. Or obviously if someone's injured, that's different too. But just a little fender bender, you just make sure you document it for insurance purposes. But beyond that, you're good. That's my understanding in my limited experience.
Okay, so I told Paula to call the police. The police officer from the Madison Police Department was great. He did say that it wasn't serious enough. If they just wanted to exchange insurance information and phone numbers, that was sufficient.
Yeah, the tough part of that is if you do that and the person doesn't have insurance, you end up paying for both.
Right.
I did have one of those a number of years ago too.
Makes no sense to me at all.
No, very frustrating.
So then why do we all carry insurance? Is that?
No, I mean, obviously, it just doesn't make any sense. Somebody has to explain how that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't get it. Incredibly, for a week after I got my brand new vehicle in 2018, we were driving back from Chicago. It was the night the Packers played the Patriots on Sunday Night Football, 2017, 18, whatever year that was. And
Must have been 18 because they played them in 14 when Devontae was a rookie.
yes, I think it was 18. Someone moved from the right lane to the left lane into Becca and I as we were driving back from Chicago, bumped us. I can't believe they didn't get hit or get injured at all. Their car spun around on 90. It was crazy. But they ended up being okay. We just kind of slid over to the side. They clearly had a big dent on the side of the car. That one, we called the police, told them what happened. They came up and they parked behind us, checked on us, made sure we were good because it was on 94.
Right.
But that person did not have insurance, so I just ended up paying a bunch extra. It made no sense why, I did nothing wrong, and I'm still paying for everything on
But
this.
that's
It was
why
ridiculous.
you have uninsured motorist insurance.
Yeah, I'm sure that guy
from
had.
AmFam as well to make up for that.
Yes,
Yep.
I'm sure that guy had a fair set of issues that he was dealing with.
You think he
separately
had
from-
greater problems than just not having insurance? Is
I
what
think
you're
so.
saying.
Yes. Yeah.
And apparently part of it is not being a very good driver. All right. Well, I appreciate all the insight on that. I do want to get to some
Do we think
Packers.
Jason sues?
It's a good question. I don't think so, though. No.
He is a grudge holder.
He is. And if there's residual effects, and then you start getting into migraines and other issues that can come up.
Sounds like you're advising me to
No,
pursue
I'm
this
not.
further.
I'm guessing you're going to do some discovery and try to figure it out.
Discovery, yeah. We might do that. What I've discovered, though, is that
I do wonder, though, if you get in this accident yesterday, Paula gets in this accident.
Uh-huh.
If the person comes up to you that hit you or you got hit and says, I don't have insurance, why don't you just say, well, I don't have insurance either? Can I explain? Why wouldn't we all just say, oh, no, we don't have it?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. But I'm glad that we do have insurance because if it had been much worse, we would have needed much greater help. And that's why we have insurance from AmFam. And that's why we have great windows from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Really good one. And you know what? You get in an accident, you got to have some resiliency. And you know what? If you're looking for windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center will let you see it, feel it, open, close, and compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. Stop by soon, because if you order by July 31st, you can get 0 interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions do apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield, or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
So we've got Evan Cohen coming up at the bottom of the hour, and he normally is on Tuesdays, and you had indicated, and I'm not saying that I worry about your memory, but I do worry about your memory a little bit. You had something you wanted to get after him about.
Not get after him about. Talk. Have a conversation.
It
Sounds like you.
Yeah. I don't know why you're laughing. I love conversation. So, yeah, you're right.
I do. You do it for 3 hours every day on this program.
And it makes me think, as we go into break here, the 5 faces of the NFL. His list was good. I want him to explain it because I still think I'm waiting for Jesse to uncover and explain exactly the detail of why he picked how his criteria fit, because I still don't know. He'll obviously be able to do that. But it makes me wonder right now as we sit here on July 17th, who are the 5 faces of Wisconsin sports? Who would you put as the 5 faces of Wisconsin sports? As we sit here today, I will give you mine. Jason looks perplexed. I'm guessing he's going to need an hour or two to find his, and I will do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hold your friends close and your rivals closer on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
For the most part, nobody remembers a losing. Nobody remembers my 4th place finish. They only remember that gold medal I got in 2018. 22 is almost forgotten. No one's even brought that up in months on this show that I'm a 4th place finisher.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Fans, here is the Quick Trip to the Ballpark ticket offer. Spend $200 at participating Quick Trip locations and get a free Terrace Reserve ticket to a 2025 Milwaukee Brewers home game. Check brewers.com/quicktrip for more details. Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis. or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Teasing us out.
Is Jesse bringing in enforcements? He's got Hunter back there grinding away with his sweet.
It's time to talk Superman movies.
He's got the sweet logo. I think that's a Cowboys logo on his shirt, but it's like not the star. It's something totally different. It's kind of cool.
There was Superman ice cream at Jones Dairy Farm yesterday that Tausch did not partake in.
I'm not a fan of that either. So maybe it's just I don't like. But I loved Christopher Reeves as Superman, so I don't know where I'm at on that.
I heard they fed you well.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, boy. Bacon.
You're still in a food coma?
Sausage. Braunschweiger. Like, there was a little bit of everything.
How is the Braunschweiger?
So I'm going to tell you something. Braunschweiger, I think it's a bad rap. And when you're looking at meats, it's really healthy for you. That's all I'm going to say. So Eleanor, who was with us yesterday down there, we've had the discussions, a lot of protein issues, so that was one of the reasons we brought. She wolfs bacon down like it's going out of style. She's not afraid of sausage.
Yeah, her and Sid are the same person.
She tried Braunschweiger.
And?
She liked it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you she loved it like she loves bacon, but what we did was she wrapped the bacon around the Braunschweiger.
No, wait. That's... What is Braunschweiger?
It's liver.
It's more right, and it's more of a pate paste type, right?
Yes. So you can fry it. They actually had a sandwich that Maddie was going to try, and I don't know if she didn't. It went ultimate BLT.
Fry the You fry the Braunschweiger.
Yeah. And you can crisp it. You know, a lot of times bologna you can fry, and it's really good. You get the crust. It's a similar. It's obviously not going to be as crispy, but yes.
So after all that, how much Braunschweiger did you actually have?
I had a piece of Braunschweiger. I had a piece. I'm not going to give you, I'm casting any aspersions. I mean, I'm going to go bacon all day, and then their ham was great, their Canadian bacon.
The texture would prevent me from being a Braunschweiger. Their pork
sausage is, the recipe for it's, I think, close to 200 years old, and it is dynamite. Like, it's dynamite. So that's my little quick recap.
Those are the 5 faces of meats at Jones Dairy Farm. Now, the 5 faces of Wisconsin sports, as Tausch had teased. I have 4
already. You do? Okay. So
and one's a palm, for sure. A palm.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to be palming together on this. And here's my list. Jess, I don't know if you have any music that I can.
Of course he does.
Yeah, put this out to.
Bump, bump, bump.
All right. I loved Evan's list. I thought it was thought-provoking. He's joining us next, so we'll get his point on NFL faces. Wisconsin, it's pretty easy. Like, I think it's a pretty easy list. There's you can try to get a little bit off the old beaten path, but I am pretty sure you're not going to have a ton of issues with any of these, but we shall see. All right, coming in at number 5 for me is my palm. It's The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
I think what he's done and what the excitement level he's brought, The Miz is where we're at with that. He is going to be my 5th. This is where it gets a little tricky now because
we're one in, and it's gotten
well,
tricky.
the top 2 are simple to me.
Sure.
That's as
agree.
easy as pie for this state.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at it from the executives and the leaders of these franchises because, especially in baseball, and that's why Matt Arnold comes in at number 4 for me. He is the catalyst for what the drafting and all of the player development. This isn't, you could say Murphy, you could say this. He has handled this Stearns-esquely. Matt Arnold is my 4th, and you seem like you have a problem with that.
I do have a problem with that because my question, again, I agree with everything you said in terms of his accomplishments and what he's done. And if we were doing a list that was, say,
Jesse wasn't calling for Matt Arnold's job 2 weeks ago.
He was not. If we were doing this and it was, the people in Wisconsin sports who are the best at their jobs list. But I ask you this, and I'm not trying to be a dink.
Would I be able to find him in a lineup?
If Matt Arnold walked in here, would you know who the hell he was?
Yes, I would.
I wouldn't. I would not know.
And I don't think Jesse would either.
I would know John Horst. I obviously would know Goody.
Because you're best friends with John Horst.
But I wouldn't. No, Dan Smechek. But I don't think I would know Matt Arnold from
it's a fair
Matt
critique.
Vasgersian or Matt Hamilton. Well, I would know Matt Hamilton.
Fair critique, but I'm just saying he is the catalyst for what's going on.
Do you really think you'd recognize him?
Yes.
So if he walked through behind Hunter out there, he'd be like, "Hey, what is Matt Arnold doing here?"
Yeah, it's a fair question. I'm going to say that, and I think your criticisms are very valid.
Okay.
Ed Policy is 3 for me.
I know what he looks like.
Yeah, I bet you do. The Packers rule, as we all know.
How is he a face of the franchise when he hasn't even started a job?
Because that is the title of that job. You're going to be one of the faces,
right? But he isn't even in it yet.
Well, I'm projecting.
I didn't know what he looked like until like 3 days ago.
Well, you're going to know now.
This is quite the
wait
list.
till he does the woo down the sliding hill. Then you'll know. Giannis is 2, and I think in most states, Giannis would be your top dog. Not in the state of Wisconsin. He's not. He's not going to be the top in the state of Wisconsin. He's just not.
You think
Jordan Love is
You think
one.
Jordan Love is ahead of Giannis?
As the face of the state of Wisconsin, yeah, I do.
Jesse?
I agree with Tausch. The rest of his list
Print the
sucks,
t-shirt.
but I think 1 and 2 is correct.
Who else you putting on that list?
Too.
Christian Yelich is still on there.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'd argue Jackson Churio should be up there.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Jackson
Pat
Churio.
Murphy deserves more than Matt Arnold.
Baby, I'm not going to fight you. There's
And
going to
you know
be
what he
another
looks
Brewer.
like.
Greg
He's
Gard
right there.
should be in the mix.
Okay.
We love Gardo on this show.
Is fun.
He's not in the
This
top
is why I like it, but it's love Giannis. Miz is going to be 5. And then if you want to get into a blanking contest with me on the other 2, I am open for business.
So my list, not that anybody cares. Number 5, I have Tucker Kraft.
Wow.
I mean, I love Tucker.
Listen,
I love Tucker Kraft. He's a big fan of the Pickler.
He
which
is
a
living
great
in
new
the state
partner of
full
ours.
time. He is, in my opinion, the one guy on offense, if we're not counting Love, who is in my top 2, but he's not. He is 2. He's the one guy that's done a better job of establishing himself as a stud as opposed to all those wide receivers. Josh Jacobs came as a free agent. Xavier McKinney isn't there yet. Both of them are great players, but in terms of like faces, you're seeing Tucker do a bunch of stuff public forward facing now. So mine's a little bit of a projection, but I'm going Tucker Kraft.
I'm not even sure Jesse, if he didn't have a jersey on and we were just walking around a beer garden.
No, he'd know.
No, I don't think he would. So it's the same argument you had. Tucker Kraft, I love Tucker Kraft. He's probably going to be one of my favorite players. especially as he continues to grow with the pickler. I love
Isn't this
that.
part of the problem with the Packers when you look at them, though? Like, there was a time when, not to inflate your ego, but everyone knew Mark Tauscher.
Are you going to be talking about...
Everyone knew Charles Woodson, right? Everyone knew Devontae Adams. Everyone obviously knew the quarterback.
Football players.
Everyone knew Leroy Butler. Everyone knew the Minister of Defense. Everyone knew the Gravedigger.
Tend to be more recognizable, especially Packers that are marketed well. Yeah. Like when I used to walk out in the basement of American Family Field with my dad when he was an usher. I don't know if you guys knew he was an usher.
Well, it was actually Miller Park when it was.
It was. I didn't recognize players as they walked right past me. And he's like, oh, that's Carlos Villanueva. Carlos Villanueva. That's Ricky Weeks. They're like, oh, I had no idea. Like, I've always been bad at recognizing guys outside of uniform. Packers, I think, are the easiest to do so.
Tucker Kraft is not on the list yet, bro. He's not.
So it prompts the question. What other Packer makes the list? Because the Packers, as we all agree, are king in this state.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say that there is that's the best I could come up with? Because you want Ed Policy, who hasn't even started working.
Xavier
as the
McKinney
president
would be
yet.
the other face of the. That's who it would be.
To me, that's a problem. They don't have enough
like
stars.
Morgan
at
Wallen
this point.
said, you are the problem.
No. Although I see Coldplay is coming this weekend, and there was apparently one of the things that has gone viral on social media today is the CEO of a company and the head of HR canoodling during Coldplay, and they're shown up on the big screen, and apparently they're not married to each other, and so they realize
who takes that up with HR if HR is the one
It's a
doing
great question.
That's a tricky one.
So my list, Tucker Kraft 5th, even though it's been panned. Christian Yelich 4th.
Okay.
I still believe
I
I
can't argue with Yelly. I totally I get where you're coming from.
The Miz, prisoner of the moment though it may be, 3rd. Everyone's talking about him. And that does not happen very often.
I agree.
Number 2, Jordan Love. Number 1, Giannis.
Yeah, there's no world that we live in, especially on this show, but in this world, the state of Wisconsin, the starting quarterback is going to have to really not do anything to not be the top of this list. That's just how it works here.
We have spent all offseason worrying about whether Giannis is leaving or not.
Sure.
People are talking about him all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we're not a Bucs-centric show.
Not even
We have
close.
talked more about Giannis and stretching out Dame's contract than we have about Jordan Love specifically.
That's crazy talk.
How much have we talked about Jordan Love?
A bunch.
Not as much as Giannis.
No, you're crazy.
You're
Jesse,
crazy.
This show's talked a lot more about Jordan Love than Giannis.
Thank you. I like this. Jesse and I are on the same. It's the first time in a while I feel like I got somebody with me. I'm always fighting 3 and 4 on one. I finally got a little bit of Jesse.
3 and 4 on
well,
one.
Hunter's always against me. Youngsters, just never, whatever which way the wind blows.
That's fair.
That's kind of where we're at.
All right, we need to get to Evan Cohen. He's very rarely with you.
I don't want him with me.
But you do want Quick Trip with you whenever you're making a stop, even though you've got your forward motion syndrome.
Indeed. And this summer, are you ready to climb to the top? Well, gear up for the Quick Trip Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Every sip gets you closer to the summit. Now through August 17th, play every day for free right in the Quick Rewards app, and you can win every week. Keeps going up $5,000, all the way to the top prize of $250,000. Get climbing now in the Quick Rewards app. Quick Trips Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchases necessary. And we have great deals going over at Quick Trip. Quickery white bread, 99 cents a loaf. And this is the one I love. Love it probably a little too much. Nature's Touch ice cream. You buy a pint for $3.99. All right, great. And then you get another one for free. 2 pints. You can also get Kitchen Cravings bacon wrapped pork loins for $5. And life is busy. Quick Trip gets it. Remember to download the Quick Rewards app. Take advantage of all Quick Trip has to offer, like rewards on every purchase, and you can order ahead. Quick Trip, we will see you next time.
Quick question before we go to break. Kyle Cousineau, the mayor of Green Bay. I need to know Tausch's preferred way of eating Braunschweiger, which I'm bringing up instead of all the people in the chat that are saying your list sucks.
My list sucks? That's what the Coos said?
No, other people. I'm bringing up Kyle's question about Braunschweiger instead.
So I have not had a ton of Braunschweiger, but I do believe frying it and then putting it with almost like a BLT is probably the way to go, but a Braunschweiger BLT. That's where I think we go.
Okay, we'll ask Evan Cohen.
One of the things that they mentioned yesterday was you put it in a dip. You kind of mash it up, and you could put it in, some different types of, a queso dip, or you could put it in some type of dip to make it. It's another thing.
This has been your Braunschweiger Minute, and Ed Helms sucks. Evan Cohen joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
The Milwaukee Brewers, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And a ground ball through the left side, and Jackson Churio has walked off the Dodgers. It is brooms for the Brewers.
Friday on 100.5 ESPN.
Join me, Gwen Mahoney, your 2025 Dane County Fairest of the Fair at the Dane County Fair at the Align Energy Center July 17th through the 20th. There are daily activities and entertainment, including stunt, dinosaur, and magic shows, tractor and carnival rides, animals, and more. The Dane County Fair is fun for all ages. We'd like to thank our Supreme Grand Champion sponsor, Miller & Son Supermarket, and our Grand Champion sponsors, Blaine's Farm and Fleet and Everlight Solar. I hope to see you there July 17th through the 20th. For more information, visit DaneCountyFair.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
The sound of summaries on ESPN Madison.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Madison's home of the Brewers.
Mizorowski deals. Struck him out. A heater at 101.
Catch every Milwaukee Brewers game this season on 100.5 ESPN.
Back and watching it sail. It's a grand slam.
Brewers baseball on ESPN Madison is presented by Hard Rock Casino Rockford and brought to you by the Pfister Hotel in downtown Milwaukee.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
The search for luxury begins at Audi Madison. Save $5,500 when you purchase or lease a new 2025 Audi Q7 55. National customer credit is good toward the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but is only available until July 30th. Why drive something ordinary when you can drive something extraordinary? Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life. Hey, my name is Stacy Bruner. I was Bucky Badger from 2010 to 2014. My most memorable sports moment was running out the flag at the 2013 Rose Bowl versus Stanford. Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Cincinnati Reds begin the post-All-Star break run in New York City against Juan Soto and the Mets.
Juan Soto has tied this one up.
Coverage begins Saturday at 3:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app, presented by Progressive Insurance.
I'm throwing caution. What's it gonna be? Tonight the winds of change are blowing wild and free.
Joining us now, it's not Tuesday. What are you doing here? It is the star of Unsportsmanlike. Some days.
Well, let's not kid ourselves. He is now, I think, running First Take. Rumor has it him and Smalls are running NFL Live next week. I heard that. I don't know if they're going to start doing NHL tonight. If that show's coming back, I don't know what else they got going on.
NHL tonight, yeah. Wait, so what do you like better, First Take or NFL Live? Be honest.
What do I like better? I never watch First Take because we're crushing this show, and we don't
watch First Take. So you like NFL Live better?
I think NFL Live with Orlovsky and Laura, I think it's a great show.
So would you want an NFL Live host on?
Oh, Smalls is hosting. Who is going to be her consortium? Is Evan? Are you on it with her?
No.
No, it's going to be, hey guys, great to chat with you as always. It's going to be me, Mike Tannenbaum, Adam Schefter, and who's the third one? Damian Woody.
Okay, that's a good crew. You don't have any room for Evan and his, and I put in air quotes, expertise in the NFL. You don't.
I don't make the schedule, guys, but I could pitch it. I could pitch Evan to come on as an expert.
I'm not I don't think we need me on. What about Rob? Rob, do you want to come on?
I'll just run socials, I guess, for all of this stuff.
This is our big chance to have Rob on the show.
So since we have all three of you, Evan had a great, and it seemed like a little controversial, the 5 faces of the NFL. Quickly, you three, 5 faces of ESPN currently. Go.
Ooh. Stephen A.
Okay.
McAfee. Schefter.
Okay. Greeny.
Molly. I would say Laura Rutledge, too.
Lori Rutledge, Molly, Malika.
Because Laura's on so many different...
You have Schefter on there, you said, right?
Yeah. Gabe Neitzel. Just thinking of who else.
You're leaving Shams off the list.
Zaslow.
Very interesting. An NBA guy.
Zaz. Zaz hosted in Madison with Tausch a year ago, so a lot of people have said... Face of ESPN after that one.
Yes. He left. Oh, interesting. So, Evan, can you go through the criteria? I thought I had it.
No.
Oh, the face of the league thing?
Yeah.
For real?
All right, but first,
what?
Tausch was all excited about this. He thought this was a great topic.
It was a really good
topic, no doubt. But then he brought it to the show and had no real understanding of what the criteria were. Then he got really mad at Jesse for not giving him what the criteria were.
All right, hold on. I got to get my notebook here. So, okay, I have my notebook. Are you guys filming me?
No.
Okay. So...
Why are you guys all together exactly? This never happens.
We're always together.
We're the dream team.
This is a little call room that's right outside our studio. It's a kind of a soundproof room that you can go in and work for an hour or two at a time. And I always pop in here after the show to send emails because I'm very undisciplined. If I leave here and emails come through, I may not respond. So I come in here to knock them all out. And Evan just busted in here.
I didn't know you were in here.
I got to do this interview with Wilde and Tausch. Get out of the way.
Hey, Michelle, Jesse yesterday was trying to tell me that nationally, he likes to spin things. He said that everybody is looking at the NFC North. The Detroit Lions stock is up, Vikings stock is up, and the Packers stock is down. And I said that's ludicrous. You're a national you're a national voice.
Hosting NFL Live.
And hosting NFL Live.
No big deal. Next Tuesday, no big deal.
Can you either agree or disagree with Jesse's assessment on that?
I'm going to have to agree a little bit because anytime I bring up the Packers as a team that people should be paying attention to, a team that could be a true Super Bowl contender, I get huge pushback. They're like, we haven't seen it consistently from Jordan Love. Okay. And, we don't know how this young skill group is going to pan out, et cetera. They want to give way more credit to the Lions, which given last season, I understand, but they did lose both their coordinators, and they want to give more credit to the Vikings, and we don't know what J.J. McCarthy is going to be. So I take a lot of heat for saying that the Packers are a team that people should pay attention to.
What, did Rob just open the door during this? There's other people.
Evan, by the way, is one of those people. He pushed back on my Jordan Love take today.
What was your Jordan Love take today?
Yeah.
Well, he was talking about, we had this conversation about quarterbacks that are closing the gap on Patrick Mahomes. And Evan was like, who's a young quarterback that has enough around him that they could go on a run and maybe early in their career, maybe not match the output of Mahomes.
No, be Mahomes-ish.
That's obviously so severe. But just be in that conversation of somebody that's young that could go on a run. Jaden Daniels obviously gets mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what about Jordan Love? And I know from an age perspective, he's not necessarily the same because he was drafted and he sat for a while. But I'm like, here's a guy who we've seen go to the playoffs the 2 years he was a starter. He's won double-digit games. He went into Dallas, won a playoff game, pushed San Francisco to the brink. And last year he was injured and had so many drops from his wide receivers. And I'm not making excuses for him, but I think we all agree that there's another level that he can find consistently that could really elevate this team. And when I think about the youth surrounding him on the offensive side of the ball, if they get it right, they have a runway to grow. And Evan pushed back on that. He didn't like that.
It sounds like an NFL Live host over here. Jeez.
No doubt about that.
Wow. NFL Live. Unbelievable.
Yeah, can you guys talk some sense into him? He thought Jordan Love shouldn't even be in that conversation.
Jason, I guarantee you Wilde agrees with me. It's not that he can't be. It's that he's not yet. He just needs a full season. See, what Smalls does is because she makes these big, bold takes about her team, the Green Bay Packers, it pushes me. Right, I know that, but it also I have to even it out, and I come off as a hater for Jordan Love, because if you're going to say Jordan Love can have a Mahomes-like run at any point, you're then going to say he's the greatest quarterback in Packers history too. That's a pretty bold statement to make.
Yeah, I would say that I think Michelle, who you know I love, is projecting, and she might be right. But if we all live in the what evidence do we have currently, then I know you hate it when you and I are in the same group, Evan, but we're both then considered exactly that, haters. And I get that pushback here all the time because I keep saying, look, we know he's a good quarterback. The issue is just how good is he? And he needs to be a lot better than he's been.
Can I also point out, Jason, that as we're talking, Tausch is texting Brooks Bollinger and I about dinner reservations in September. So this is Tausch. Can we just wait till after we're done?
I text that during the commercial break, knowing you'd bring this up during our.
I already made reservations, by the way, for Saturday night.
Let's go.
Because I think I'm going to go with my wife and my kids.
Oh, you're not going with Brooks and I?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
No, listen to me. I think I may go twice.
Oh, you're going to double dip.
If I go Friday night after the event, me, you, and Brooks, my wife and kids will be wherever they are, and then I go Saturday after the game with my wife and kids.
Yeah,
right?
You didn't read the text that Brooks sent, so we'll talk about that
Brooks
off
sent
air.
me a text?
Yes, he sent back. You were in Portugal. This is what he does. He's a geography flex guy now. Well, I'm in Portugal. Oh, I'm doing this.
Wait,
I'm
Brooks
in
Bollinger was in Portugal?
Evan is now.
No,
I'm sorry, I can't respond. I'm in Portugal. I'm in Porto. Or I'm doing. That's where Evan's at in his life. He's so climbing the food chain he's a geography.
It's one of the
flex
faces
guy.
of ESPN.
Takes a lot of days off.
He
man.
does take a lot of days. You ain't kidding.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, no, you
What
heard
did
us.
you just say?
You heard us. You heard us.
How dare you? I will not be on
Hey,
tomorrow on Monday.
so Smalls answered this, but Evan, is Minnesota's stock up? Are we really saying Minnesota's stock is up?
Is that what you just said?
People think that, yeah. And I think
No, somebody came on with us last week and really went hard on that. Who the heck was that? Or was it this week?
I can't remember, but they're giving Kevin O'Connell the benefit of the doubt that he's going to be able to do with J.J. McCarthy what he did with Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins. And they've made a lot of smart moves this offseason. They obviously have continuity on the coaching staff, great defense. But I'm not ready to go there just yet with J.J. McCarthy. Well, I think a lot of other people are based on their faith in Kevin O'Connell.
Have you guys watched? Go ahead, Evan.
No, I think that Smalls is right about that. I think it's like everybody believes in the coach. The quarterback was a top 10 pick in the draft or whatever he was, and they traded up to get him.
National champion.
Yeah. So I think that people probably go there.
So does that mean that they don't believe in Matt LaFleur? Because Jordan Love has proven a heck of a lot more at the NFL level than J.J. McCarthy. We don't believe in Matt LaFleur?
Well, yeah, because Matt LaFleur, the quarterback that he did it with before Jordan Love, was Aaron Rodgers, whereas the quarterback that Kevin O'Connell has done. He's done it with Kirk Cousins.
You're telling me nationally,
and he's done it with Sam Darnold, who no one thought.
You're telling me nationally, there's more confidence in the combination of O'Connell and McCarthy than there is LaFleur and Jordan Love?
I'll let the national people answer that,
but that's what you're saying.
I think there is.
No, I don't think that's what we're saying. I don't think that's what we're saying.
I think that's true.
I just heard it.
What?
I think if we polled our peers here at ESPN and asked them heading into this season, who do you have more confidence in, the Vikings or the Packers? I think most people would pick
just
the Vikings.
based on quarterback coach.
I just think in general.
Coach. And if you
and
add
so much of it is because of Kevin O'Connell.
Maybe a good topic for Tuesday, 3 p.m. Central, when Miguel hosts NFL Live.
And if you add wide receivers in there is no doubt people are going Minnesota.
Right.
No
Absolutely.
doubt.
Which is one of the reasons why they're saying that about McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell is they also have proven commodities, including one of the best in the league at wide receiver.
Yeah. Maybe I pushed back too hard on Jesse yesterday.
All right, you want to know the face of the league?
I do. I want to hear
totally forgot about that topic.
The scenario of it. Yeah, how you set it up.
So we have an ESPN Radio Rankum series that we do. Smalls did top 5 NFL fan bases today. You had the Packers 2. Behind the Eagles, which I would put the Browns number 1, to be honest with you. But one of them was the faces of the NFL, right? And so I was assigned to
was that a joke, or were you when you said the Browns number 1? What's the? I don't get it.
He's serious.
The Browns fans, not the team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So faces of the NFL. I said it has to be a one-name person. They have to have crossover appeal, like what a late night show have them on, regardless of the late night show or like, late night show, Rogan, Howard, any non-sports. And obviously I know Rogan does sports, but you get what I'm saying. And then do they represent something bigger than themselves? So the list, if I'm not mistaken, I had Rodgers 5, I had Kelsey 4, I had Mahomes 3, I had Roger Goodell 2, and I had Jerry Jones 1.
Yeah,
that was my list. What are the questions? Mr.
My
Tausch?
question to you is Mahomes interesting enough?
He was the one that we were considering taking off because we talked about the idea of putting Brady on there currently because he is technically an owner of a team,
and
right?
The number 1 broadcaster for Fox. Yep.
Yeah. That's just because Tausch wasn't available that day, obviously. Yeah. So I think you could put Brady on there over him. I think it's interesting you go there. I think Mahomes is the obvious one that if you're going to eliminate one that you would take off of that list.
No, I think you'd take Rodgers off, but I think you'd take Rodgers off. But
I don't think so.
I said something as we were doing this list, and I got text that it sounded ridiculous. I said, other than being a great champion and winning 3 Super Bowls, what has Mahomes done? But I don't think he's that interesting. When you start looking at all the other stuff, when you're looking at the late night and the bigger than self, he's a great champion. No question. Great player, best quarterback in the league. And that is going to get him on the list. But Kelsey is more, I think, is obviously with his relationship, I would say, but Jerry Jones, I thought your point on Jerry and Roger Goodell, I thought were great and made the list interesting. Wow. No, I did, and that's why I brought it up. And
thank you, Tim.
We got some pushback on the Mahomes part of it, but Rodgers too is we didn't know if he was going to play, all this other stuff, and that's where Jason and I think Jesse had some issues with it.
Well, my issue was I did not see this live, but Tausch was very excited about it. I love Good Morning America, but still in the same Disney family. But here's the thing.
Who would George Stephanopoulos put on the show? That's the question.
I love Robin Roberts. But I couldn't believe that you didn't have Brady. I thought Brady was a no-brainer.
Because of me or because just my obviously because I love him?
Right. No, I know you do. And I also, the fact that Belichick's not in the league, I would argue, prevented a coach from being on the list. Like I tried to sell Sean McVay as the one coach that I would try to put on the list.
Smalls here, there's nobody who hates the Rams more than Smalls. So I think that's an interesting one. If you're doing faces of the league coach style,
McVay's
Andy Reid,
one.
Tomlin,
McVay would be
McVay's one?
Yeah.
No.
Who's one?
Andy Reid's one.
We went through
I don't think
we went
so.
through that hiring process where, like, the Cardinals put that Cliff Kingsbury knew
Jimmy Kimmel.
Sean
if
McVay.
Jimmy Kimmel and George Stephanopoulos are booking head coach as part of your list, McVay is going to be the first guy that they go. No,
he's not. Andy Reid.
Andy Reid.
I'm going to tell you why. Andy Reid's an easier guy to do a bit with. Sean McVay, you could do the whole memory thing, but they would do a burger and like the Hawaiian shirts like that he wears. I feel like Andy Reid's an easier guy to do a bit with. If you're thinking about the late night shows. Right, and by the way, that's why if you want to take Rodgers off, how many other players would be on Rogan for 3 hours? How many other players would have McAfee weekly for an hour? You know, obviously Rodgers is not going to be on Kimmel, but there certainly could be other late night shows that Rodgers could be on. You know, I can't believe on the
people care what he has to say.
Yeah, people care. You can disagree.
No doubt.
People hate listening and hate watch him a lot.
Yes, so he has to be on the list.
So why did you ultimately leave Brady off the list, though?
So just honestly, Jason, it was more because it was me. Because I'm just like, oh God, are people going to lose interest in the list if it's just me putting Brady on because of my love for Brady?
So if
you know
you
what I mean?
had
Like,
been
I didn't want to turn people off.
and not worried about the perception of you being a New England fan, you would have put him on the list. I thought that was the one thing on the list that I disagreed with. I thought he's the number one analyst. You can say that he's still growing into that role, but he still is. That's extremely high profile. He's one of the greatest players in the entire league's history. He is a part owner in a franchise. Like, I just thought, if I'm thinking of the league, I think of him right away.
Yeah, I would agree. There's criteria there. I just didn't pull the trigger on that. I did think about Schefter. I'm being dead serious. Like, I think Schefter in the information world and social media and digital world that we're in, Schefter is so important to the sport right now, and I think more people are interested in what Adam has to say than almost anyone.
McDaniel would make my list as one of the coaches. He'd be third on my list. I just went through.
Mike got to win something.
The guy from the Dolphins. He's interesting. People find him quirky. And interesting.
Great ankles.
Andy Reid, great ankles. Andy Reid second. Sean Payton.
Wait, no. Hold on a second. Smalls is not egotistical. Except for one thing.
Is she going to be after she hosts? Is she going to be after she hosts NFL Live?
Yeah, she thinks she has better ankles than anyone in the world.
My ankles are elite.
Yeah, elite ankles, better than Mike McDaniel.
I mean,
yeah, I don't show mine off like he does.
Yeah.
But mine are elite.
And we're not showing them for the
what
video
makes
audience.
it? I'm not going to ask. What makes an elite ankle?
That's a great question, Tausch.
Do you have to have an anklet? You have to have an anklet around it to.
No, do not. No.
Yeah, okay.
I'm protecting you.
Well, they're great. It is, some people, it's the calf to ankle ratio. Some people have cankles. It's one long log.
Some people.
It's all about the definition of the ankle. Like, if I go to a department store and I'm trying on shoes, people are always like, wow, those ankles, they make these look good. I'm like, I know.
So it's like Costanza with his hands.
You could
be an ankle model.
He doesn't know anything about Seinfeld.
Model. But
I could be an ankle model, yes.
Isn't it more the calf definition? Because you can have great ankles, but if your calves suck, that's not going to work, right? Isn't you just said the ratio? Because Jason claims he's got the best calves in the business.
I have the best cankles in the business.
Wow, what about Johnny Drama and Lamar Odom? Good calves.
Exactly. Great reference to Entourage.
I don't know if I've ever heard someone brag about their ankles. Like, I don't think
that's why I'm saying she's not a bragger except for
toes,
ankles.
Like, I've heard that. Hands. Never heard someone say ankles. So
here's the thing, though. Even if you have really defined calves, if the calf runs straight to the foot, it loses its luster. You need to have that small ankle with the definition in it that separates the calf from the foot. It has to be, kind of like a baseball bat where it's thick on the top, and then as you get towards the handle,
but what if it's
slimmer.
A torpedo?
Torpedo bat.
If it's the torpedo,
we have those in our studio. You know that? No. We have torpedo bats in the studio.
You don't want to have a torpedo ankle.
Torpedo ankle.
Absolutely not. No, that's a horrific set of circumstances.
All right.
What else, guys?
Well, I was the
this
coach
has been
thing.
quite the ride.
I don't know where we all went here.
Tausch, I like your hat. What hat is that?
It's a Pickler. It's a great pickleball company. I'm just open. Matter of fact, thanks for asking. We're opening down in Menominee Falls in a couple weeks. So thanks for asking.
Oh, really? Interesting. I didn't know I was a part of that.
Well, you should be if you're not.
Well, you haven't pitched me on that. Why have you not pitched me?
I'll pitch you at the tornado room when we go.
By the way,
6 weeks.
Can I tell you something?
By the way, why didn't you invite LePay? Why didn't you invite LePay to?
Well, we screwed up something here, Tausch. So let's move on.
This is your baby, by the way.
I know.
And when Smalls comes in for the Illinois game, are we going to Tornado?
I've been telling her about it.
Oh, is it in Champaign?
Is
the game in Champaign?
No,
No,
You sure?
It's in Madison, I believe.
Yeah, that's
I
what
think
we're
it's
going.
You know what, Jesse?
Uh-oh.
Jesse's super irritated today. The producer's supposed to help you look good. He tried to make me look bad, and now he's wrong, and he's cowering down under the chair back there.
Guys, can I just tell you one thing that's
Sure.
really embarrassing but truthful?
Portugal.
No, when I was in Portugal, I played
Portugal,
tennis
the man.
against someone.
Okay.
I played tennis against someone, and that someone annihilated me worse than I've ever been annihilated in tennis. And I'm not good
Was
at
it
tennis,
Bjorn
but I'm not
Borg?
bad at tennis.
Was it Bjorn?
No, it was one of the hosts of Sunday Karma who absolutely annihilated me 6-1.
Is that right?
Craig destroyed me.
He picked at your backhand, probably. I'm guessing you got a
No,
weak backhand.
he's just like, what he's really good at is the placement. Like, he's one of these guys you play against, Tausch, you know, like where they don't hit the ball hard, but they just place it perfectly.
Sure.
It drives you nuts. I would be better against like a 25-year-old than like a 95-year-old in tennis.
So you're saying Craig's more 95-ish?
In his game, yes.
Precision.
Absolutely. Yes.
Hey, I brought this up at the ESPN Milwaukee Open on Tuesday down at the Bog. I text Karmazin a happy birthday, and he doesn't respond.
You were really upset
He
about
gives
this.
me a thumbs down. Is this the same thing like sending
he's not
a
a birthday person.
It's sending
he's
you
not
a
birthday
Christmas card, and you tell me don't do it, and that, of course, makes us want to send you 3 or 4. But is that the same vein of where you're at?
Well, no. So you're wrong about wait, Joe was on which side of this, Joe Thomas? Because we have an ongoing multi-year bit of me, you, and Joe Thomas sending the Christmas cards because of how much I hate them. Joe is with you or with me on this? Now I forget.
He's with you. You guys didn't want all my kids' stats and how many what they did in gymnastics.
Wow, Max had 3 goals today in hockey. Thanks, Tausch. Cool. I'm glad. Thanks for sending me a card on that. It's ridiculous. No, Craig hates the birthday thing, so it's almost. And
how'd your kid do in
imagine.
AAU hoops this summer? I didn't hear enough updates. So you have a good summer?
He's at Sleepaway Camp.
I know, but he played AAU basketball this summer.
He did, yeah. He had a really good spring season.
Give us his stats.
Yeah.
Give us a quick little taste. What was he?
His high in one game was 16-10 in a win, which I was happy about.
Sure.
He's very big. He's long. He's like a European stretch 5. He looks like
a
Porzingis.
Wemby. He's a Wemby.
Yeah, he is. I just showed Smalls a picture. Would you describe him as Wemby or Porzingis?
How are his ankles?
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to ask about his ankles.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can get a picture here. Small so you can see. Oh, it's covered a little bit. I don't know. I can't really see his ankles.
All right, let's wrap this up as you guys keep talking. Smalls, good luck on Tuesday. What will be your Packer angle? Because I know you hosting NFL Live, you being a Packer fan. What is going to be the Packer angle on NFL Live next Tuesday?
Can the Packers be the surprise team to make a Super Bowl run in 2025?
I'll be curious to see what Evan and the rest of that great
Wait, why don't we on air live right now, very quickly, record a promo so it can run on all the ESPN Wisconsin stations? Just do like a hi, this is Michelle Smallman. This is Packers fan Michelle Smallman. Join me today at 3 p.m. NFL Live ESPN.
Well, you just did it for me.
But I'm not Michelle Smallman.
We'll run that. We're good.
And talk about your ankles. Make sure everybody knows how great your ankles are.
That's right. Catch them on NFL Live, 3 p.m. Central Time, next Tuesday, the 22nd.
That's next Tuesday. Then they can't run that.
Okay, Evan. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll get it done. All right,
Bye,
we're done.
guys.
See ya.
That was
for
an
stopping
adventure.
by.
That was something.
Well, we love Michelle.
Yep.
And Evan is great. There's no doubt about that. I know he likes to
a lot of
say that I don't like
There's
it.
a
But
lot
that
of
was
distraction
That
there.
was you think your stream of consciousness-y, or I think you
Yeah,
are.
I was gonna say,
you are. You
No, I know I am.
They were like a force multiplier of your stream of consciousness.
Yeah, it was a lot. I am so irritated with Jesse though. I say, because I knew Bielema was coming back here.
Yeah, that's
At
my
least
bad.
I thought.
That's my
and
bad.
then he made me feel like I was a total idiot.
Yeah, that's
my
and
bad.
He jumped at it. We had been so good for the first
Yeah.
hour. We were on the
So
same
you guys
team.
were really working together.
And now we're not.
I was right about the national pundits, though. I was correct.
Seems like you might have been.
You owe me an apology.
I'm not going to give it to you.
Is Brett Bielema still a member of UW Credit Union, you think, or do you think he bailed on that after
I
he
have
bailed
not
on the
asked, but I know
Badgers?
I am. I know you are. And I know a lot of great Badger fans and alumni are. And for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. And people ask me all the time, Old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, I love keeping my banking local. I love their member-first service and great perks like early payday. But I love Bucky. You know it. I say it all the time. You can't say no to that pretty face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions to apply.
More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
What's in your summer survival kit? Mark Tauscher here, and I'll tell you what should be. A cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and for just $12.99, a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut. For a limited time, choose from 4 loaded legends, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the spicy Hawaiian for just $12.99. Hot, melty, and made to crush hunger. A perfect summer go-to order. Order up before it's gone on the Pizza Hut app. And remember, nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese.
You, rah, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. 10 years ago, Wisconsin basketball handed Kentucky its only loss of the season en route to the 2015 national title game. Frank Kaminsky sharing Devin Booker's feelings years after the Final Four upset when the two played in the NBA.
When I signed in Phoenix and he was there, and the first thing he said when he looked at me, I had never really talked to him outside of this. He just looked at me and goes, "I'm not over it." And I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Made Him Believe, now available on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
The ESPN Madison Open presented by Coors Light is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing their bags and teeing off at TPC Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. ESPN Madison Open also brought to you by Badgerland Exteriors, Annex Wealth Management, Sunday Paper, Incredible Bank, Borikov Osman LLC, and Retirement Income Strategies.
Madison School and Community Recreation's For Friends golf outing is Wednesday, July 23rd at the Oaks Golf Course. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Since 2003, the Friends of MSCR has raised over $630,000 to fund new programming, equipment, fee assistance, staff development, and more. You can support accessible recreation in Madison through sponsorship or by signing up for a foursome. Head to birdease.com/MSCR for more information and to register. That's BIRDEASE.com/MSCR.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Getting ready for Badgers Illini in Champaign-Urbana.
I guess they're going to play it in a neutral site now.
We're playing it at Bradley.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that's going to be a big game.
Hey, we're still owed a game at Wrigley Field,
that is
by the way.
going to be a big game.
We were supposed to play Northwestern at Wrigley the COVID season. That never happened. We're owed a Wrigley Field game.
Sure. Well, go ahead.
And what's and we've got Notre Dame at Lambeau.
That's next season, though, I believe, correct?
Yes.
But we're not going to Dublin. But there was talk of that at some point.
No, yeah.
Right?
The team will be.
I think that is a thing.
Just in 27.
The Packers aren't going to Dublin.
No, I know. We were all Badgers there. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But Dublin in 27?
Dublin, mate.
Mate?
Yeah.
Ahoy.
I'll work on my Irish accent by then, yeah?
And a little German mixed in as well. All right. So,
so obviously a lot there. A lot more than I thought I don't know exactly.
How great was it that I don't understand why we were able to get Michelle and Rob today, but usually Evan's in his car.
It's Thursday.
I'm guessing he probably has to prep. Is he doing more first take / something else?
NHL tonight?
I don't know exactly what he's all got brewing or if they're doing some video. I don't know, but it was nice that they were on video. But I do sense, and maybe my local bias shines through on this from the Packers standpoint, because Jesse said, stock up, stock down. He had everybody else's stock up in the division but me. And this, again, is from his punditry.
I was representing the national punditry.
Yes. And Smalls, who's obviously around a lot of national folks and national herself, agrees. Is there a thought that the Packers, because they didn't make the big splash, have dipped? And even though the Lions lost both coordinators and their starting center, and the Vikings have a brand new, never played quarterback, that their stocks are both up and Green Bay's isn't? I just have a hard time getting my head wrapped around that.
And we can get into this at the top of the 11 o'clock hour when it starts about 10:20. But I think part of the
So we're going to start the 11 o'clock hour at 10:20?
No, I meant to say 10 o'clock hour. I thought I did.
I was wondering if
we're going to be pretty close to the 11 o'clock
looking
hour.
that way.
We're going.
I'm not correcting anybody the rest of the day.
But is it Champagne? But is it simply because they don't have sufficient proven commodities? Like Kevin O'Connell is a proven commodity, so is Matt LaFleur, but their quarterback isn't. But everything else
Jordan
that they
Love
have
is more proven than anything Minnesota's got.
Right, but that not
or Chicago.
Not at wide receiver. You just told me that having Tucker Kraft on my list was a miss. Tucker Kraft is a proven commodity to us, but maybe nationally compared to Matt, to Sam Laporta and Pat Freiermuth and everybody else, he's not compared to George Kittle. On defense, we know who Xavier McKinney is, and somehow there are people nationally that think highly of Rashawn Gary, even though he doesn't have a double-digit sack season, but they don't have as many proven commodities. It goes back to what we seem to be talking about all offseason, and I led the charge of this. They've got such a ridiculous number of guys in pivotal years where we're going to find out just how blank and good they are, that if you're going into the season, you don't know how good they are, so you're probably not saying that they've gone up and elevated. I don't think they've dipped. I just think they've stayed the same.
No, you don't. Don't you learn anything in sports?
In the NFL, you're either getting better or you're
That's
getting
in
worse.
life, not just the NFL.
Okay,
what's true?
So did today's show get worse so far or better?
No, I think today's show got better. I think that last little segment was good.
So is American Family Insurance. Make sure you have insurance because it's important. And if you're going to have insurance, make sure it's from AmFam.
American Family Insurance, proud partner of Wilde and Tausch. And next Wednesday, we're all excited. We all are looking forward to training camp opening. And you know what starts training camp is when the ribbon gets cut at Dream Drive and all the dreams, the bicyclists taking down their favorite Packers players and coaches. They've been doing that for years, and they've been partnering with Wilde and Tausch for years as well. For almost 100 years, they've been committed to making life better with the right home and auto protection. Also, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center, brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Milwaukee Brewers All-Star break continues before the crew's back in action out west, visiting the Los Angeles Dodgers for a 3-game weekend set starting tomorrow night. Late night first pitch, 9:10. Pre-game coverage starts around 8:35 here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. At the break, the Brewers have won 7 straight games, one back of the first-place Chicago Cubs in the National League Central Division, and just a game and a half back of the Dodgers, who the Brewers play this weekend, for the best record in all of the National League. Again, Brewers-Dodgers, first pitch tomorrow night at 9:10 here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. Football, the Green Bay Packers open up training camp less than a week away, Wednesday of next week up in Titletown, when the Green and Gold are back out on the practice field. All you need to get ready for training camp right here on 100.5 ESPN, including further conversation with the Packers coming up on Wilde and Tausch in mere moments. You can catch up on anything you missed on the Green and Gold Fix podcast on the all-new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. And so let's put a bow on what we were just talking about. Because I have been, if there's anything that I've talked about more, I don't know what it is, this offseason, it is the incredible number of guys that are on this football team that we think are varying degrees of good. But we don't know how good they really are. Are they special? Are they great?
Do you think that's a prove it? Like that there's a lot of players that have prove it years. All right, great. Because we discussed that yesterday, and I'm not going to go through another list. But who would you say, just give us your quick snapshot into who do you think are the guys that you think have the most to prove? Because there is no doubt you're right. There is this, you're so used to Packers having, this guy's a stud. Bakhtiari, stud.
Correct.
Rodgers, stud. Clay Matthews, stud. Nobody's going to say A.J. Hawk. I think A.J. Hawk's a lot better player. But Charles Woodson. You've always had Devontae, Jordy. You've had guys. We know what we're getting. And with this team, I think there's Josh Jacobs. I know what I'm going to get.
Yep.
Xavier McKinney. I know what I'm going to get.
Yep.
I don't know.
Rashawn Gary, you know you're going to get somewhere between 7.5 and 9.5 sacks.
I'd take 9.5 sacks from Rashawn Gary if you gave it to me right now. Who do you think? Because I don't want you to pick at what Jesse and we both had, and Jesse's I couldn't vehemently disagree with more from Jones Dairy yesterday. I'm trying to remember.
Sounds a little Braunschweiger.
So hang on. Because Tausch, I think he got after me, but he kind of posed 2 different questions.
I've been on the receiving end.
I think there's a very different question in who has the most to prove this training camp and who has the most to prove this season. So,
ooh, that's an interesting. I kind of like the dichotomy.
This is a Channel 3000 question.
Because in the season, We were talking the other day. You were talking, Jason, after you had featured him on one of your articles counting down the most important Packers of 2025. You had mentioned Aaron Banks would be pretty easy for the Packers, based on his contract, to move on from him after the conclusion of this season if it doesn't go well.
They're not moving on.
And Tausch said,
they're not. But
I
the way
told
the
Jason
contract
that
is structured,
I get it. They're not moving on for 2 years.
I agree.
Okay.
But if for some reason they were just flat out wrong on him, they could get out of it.
But they're not going to.
But they could do the same thing in year 2, because he has $9.5 million roster bonuses due the third day of the league year. This is what we talked about with Elton Jenkins' situation and Jair Alexander's situation. There are those blank or get off the pot moments that they have to decide on him after each of the first 2 years of him playing for them. And they had stopped putting those in contracts. The fact that they put it in there would indicate to me that there's at least a little bit where they're saying, you know what, we needed to do something different at guard and move Elton to center. We're not as sure about this guy because he got, I don't want to sound, this is going to sound ridiculous. He only got $27 million guaranteed. That is the only guaranteed money in his deal. So, it says $77 million at the end of the contract, but it's not really a $77 million deal.
It's a 2-year, what's 27 and 9? 36?
36.
It's a 2-year, $36 million deal is what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you wait and see. Jesse said that he has the most to prove. I actually said I felt like he had the least to prove. He proved it.
Or in the season.
Both.
In the season, I said.
Yeah.
Aaron Banks.
Who did you say for camp? No, I think you said
No,
for
I
camp.
said someone else for camp, and I had to...
He's back. He's back.
No,
listen on the ESPN
I had to
Wisconsin
mold my take a little bit after reviewing the contract details, but I think Dontavian Wicks is in an interesting spot because we know the receiver room is crowded.
He also thought Dontavian Wicks could get cut.
Yes, and I said
I caught wind of that.
Which is amazing.
That was a bad take
No,
after
the
I looked at the
Banks tank was
contract.
worse,
That was bad.
And then Wicks was worse than that.
But
the Braunschweiger was great.
Of guys they would look to move on from, Wicks is one that if there was any trade value for him as a 5th-round pick, I think there's still ways that LaFleur would be excited about having Jaden Reed in the offense, even if he has a poor camp or a start to a poor season. Wicks is the one that, with Matthew Golden evolving, they brought in Mecole Hardman, they have Christian Watson theoretically coming back by Halloween or Thanksgiving or whatever holiday you want to pick as your benchmark for this season. Someone's going to not get playing time out of that receiver room. And if they love Bo Melton so much that they're trying him on defense, I don't even know if he's going to make the team. And if he doesn't, Wicks would be the next guy in line who would be on the chopping block.
We asked Bulaga and myself and Jesse. Jesse said Aaron Banks. That's what he said. I thought Bulaga's answer might have been better than mine. Jordan Morgan.
That's who I was going to.
And that's a good.
And I said Lucas Van Ness.
That's also a good one.
I think Lucas Van Ness, he needs to earn opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a new coach. He's in his 3rd year. He's a 1st-round pick. If this pass rush is going to get better, markedly better against good teams, he's going to need to be a part of it. And if he's not, that's why I am convinced there's a new defensive line coach in Green Bay because of Lucas Van Ness and Rashawn Gary.
I agree. Wow. Now, I thought you were agreeing with Jesse all day.
No, I didn't agree with anything Jesse said yesterday.
Yesterday we were very
Other
good.
than that, the bacon was fantastic. And the other thing I agreed is that Jesse needed to stop. He had bacon eyes. Really, every time he'd wolf down bacon, he'd give me a look like, it's like, stop staring, because it was like an uncomfortable. That was the only thing we agreed on, is that he needed to stop doing that.
They kept bringing out tasty treats for us. What was I supposed to do? I got excited.
But I think the Jordan Morgan question and answer, and we got into a really good discussion about you can't just play a guy because he's a 1st-round pick.
Correct.
Guys see Rasheed Walker has earned his right to play. And if you're going to replace him with Jordan Morgan, which I believe is what they want to do, he better be good. And he better prove that throughout camp. And if he doesn't, you're going to start hearing B word. If he doesn't earn that spot and is a swing tackle for another season, he's still going to get opportunities because they're not going to re-sign Sheed. Well, I don't believe if this is how this shakes out. But if he has another year where he's not playing, and then they just insert him into the left tackle spot in year 3, then the pressure will really be ratcheted up. The offensive line is a fascinating off the field, on the field. How are you going to pick up your pace? And the only guy that isn't really in that mix with any type of controversy or drama is Aaron Banks. And that's why I thought what Jesse said was so blank and ridiculous yesterday.
He is not. I do think he has to prove that he was worth the investment. Aaron Banks does. I don't think you're wrong about that.
Let me tell you this. He is going to play regardless of that.
Correct. I'm talking about from a season perspective now. And this is what I want to do.
Okay.
Because this is, in my opinion, the problem with the perception about this team is that I have, and I'm not even finished writing the names, I have 18 players that for different reasons have a hell of a lot to prove this season.
Top 18 at 18.
I will go through all. No, the list was
top
most important.
Top 18 at 11-18.
Jason's top 10 players to prove.
Yeah. All 18 of them.
Oh, God. Every wideout. Yeah, I can just imagine this.
That's true, every wideout, right? It is.
No, 100% it is.
But you know who doesn't have anything to prove? Kohler Services. They are definitely proven as the best in class.
But I'll tell you what, they did prove it on Monday. I was there in person. I'm ripping out tile. I'm looking at what they're doing. Their team, great, experienced, and you know what was fun? This family just got themselves a great new Lugstone bathroom. You can as well. If you need a new bath or shower remodel, Kohler Services is your answer. Family owned for 150 years. Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, you get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel. And you don't have any interest for up to 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com. You request that free quote, and I saw it in person. Fast, professional, master plumber out there. A master plumber with fast, professional installation always included. Again, that is KohlerServicesWI.com. I think of anything you could be a master at. I think plumbing might be one of the things I'd want to be a master at. Like if you can be all of the change that's happening in this world, all of it. Coding and AI. You know what there's never going to be? A master plumber robot. There might be an average robot plumber. There ain't going to be a master that's going to be able to go and solve all the problems. I just don't think that's going to be the case. What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
What? No. What is so funny?
It's good.
There are few things that technology and robots aren't going to take over.
Yeah.
You're telling me I don't care how great these robots get. You're telling me you get a big old pipe break and everything else, and Johnny is going to come out head down there. He's got his wrench. He's got his belt. He's going to go in
Johnny
there
5
and get underneath there and fix it. I trust that a lot more than I'm going to trust a robot.
If you were designing a robot plumber, would you give him plumber's crack?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like his robot.
It would make, especially the older clientele, it would probably make them feel more comfortable.
I'm going to try and get to 20 guys with a lot to prove on this Packers roster. I may not get there.
You'll easily get there.
We'll tell you who they are next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and no interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Take your game to the next level with Vortex Golf. This employee-owned brand out of Wisconsin brings you premium rangefinders like the Blade, Blade Slope, and the Anarch, packed with features like image stabilization, pin spotter mode, and rock-solid accuracy. Backed by a legendary no-questions-asked VIP lifetime warranty and unmatched customer service, Vortex has you covered. Ready to upgrade your gear? Visit maplehillgolf.com and search Vortex to see the full lineup. Vortex Golf, you can bet on it.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
The ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing up our bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison, dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. The ESPN Madison Open, also brought to you by Carbless, Zimbrick Honda, Siding Unlimited, Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, Clear Vision Pro Wash, and Vortex Optics.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Dancing on the edge, about to take it too far. Messing with my head, how I mess with your heart. If you wake up in your bed, alone in the dark, I'm sorry. Gotta leave before you love me. Leave before you love me. Leave before you love me.
So obviously the Packers are who we think about the most, talk about the most, are focused on the most. Which is why we either see more of their flaws and shortcomings or maybe overestimate or overvalue some of their players.
I think that's fair. What's the biggest flaw in your opinion?
With their team?
Yeah, well, what other question should I ask? What's their biggest
flaw? I thought
flaw?
maybe you were asking what my biggest flaw was in covering them because I pay such close attention. Do I fail to see the forest for the trees a lot of times?
No. What, as you being a 29-year veteran, what is the biggest flaw you see?
Heading into year 30, I don't think I've ever been more confused about the level of investment in the defensive line and the return on investment that they've gotten.
If you look at their overall numbers, they weren't that bad.
They were good against the run. Their pass rush, their sack numbers are completely skewed by like 3 big games last year. They have, 9 sacks against Tennessee, I believe?
Yes.
Look, Rashawn Gary, Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, Lucas Van Ness, that's 4 first-round picks. And they had to resort to simulated pressures and blitzing to generate pass rush last year. And that's not me talking. That's Jeff Hafley talking. That's Matt LaFleur talking.
So the biggest flaw is winning one-on-ones up front.
Right.
in
It's
the pass
why
rush.
the one position coach who got fired was the defensive line coach, because what you said before the break is 1,000% right. They need to get more out of their – one guy was the 12th overall pick. One guy was the 13th overall pick. You know, for all the grief that our friend A.J. Hawk got for not being a field-tilting player sufficiently as the 5th overall pick, I understand 5th is different than 12th or 13th, but look, you were a big Rashawn Gary guy. He tore his ACL. That's a factor. But how many years do you get that as a
you get one
as a factor?
You get one season.
Yeah, and he has not been as good as advertised. And Jim Rutledge was saying this on Jim, Matt, and Molly the other night when I was on with them. Like, he was the number 1 recruit in the country coming out of high school. He did not live up to that at Michigan. He was 12th overall pick by the Packers. He hasn't lived up to that. Then he was paid by the Packers, and he hasn't lived up to that. Now, does that mean that he's a bad football player? No one is saying he's not a good football player, but the expectation game matters. And he hasn't lived up to those expectations. And they need him to.
Did you ever ask him if he feels like he's lived up to the expectations?
I don't know how many really good heart-to-heart conversations I've had.
Why don't you get
with him.
one?
I would like to try.
We're not trying.
Do
Go
or do not.
Yeah,
there is no
trying.
Well, the Packers have a lot of guys that are trying to prove themselves in a myriad of ways. On my list, I have way more names than you should have for a team that has Super Bowl aspirations.
Okay. I think this should be an idea. There is a game here. Prove it
or nerp.
No, prove it or this is the new Will. Wildy's got a new little
prove it or we're good.
No, but I'm not going to say you're proven, but prove it or
well, maybe we should take Jesse's experience on the jury. Verdict or the jury's still out.
Okay.
How do you like that?
I mean, innocent and guilty we can't do, right?
No. That's not really what we're asking.
Have they proven
Also,
by
you're proven
a
not
reasonable...
guilty, you're not
is there
proven.
reasonable doubt, or have you proven something of that ilk?
I'm glad we workshopped that live.
Proven beyond reasonable doubt.
All right. So it's either you've proven it or no, I have reasonable doubt.
Okay. Jesse, do you have any music for this?
Even though we just came up with this 10 seconds ago, I actually have been working on some special music just for this segment in the event that it would have to be Law
Can
and
you
Order.
play that? Can you play like the numbers game music or something instead? Do you have any?
No,
sort
I have this special music I've been working on just for this
I think
segment.
it's going to be Law and Order.
I'm so tired of this joke.
Ugh.
Did you really think that?
I did. I think
Fooled
after
me-
that Champaign,
fooled me 27
after
times.
that
Shame on
Champaign,
me.
Illinois disaster that he had, I really thought he was going to be proactive, but that's on me for thinking that.
All right, here's my list. And look, this is not this. Do they have something significant to prove? Okay, in your Law and Order.
So does that mean as a viable NFL starter, or what does that mean?
So I think there are different subcategories to this. The first one on my list is Jordan Love.
Sure.
Does he have to prove that he's a good NFL quarterback?
No.
But does he have to prove that he's good enough that they're going to win a Super Bowl with him? Does he have to prove that he can carry the team when they need him to? He still has to prove that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at this wrong. Look at what the Packers did this offseason. The Packers don't want him to have to do that.
I understand. But there are going to be games
You talk
during the
about
course of the
expectation.
season where he has to put them on his back and go win.
Is there?
Yes, there are going to be those times. There's going to be a team that comes in like Bill Belichick used to do and say, we are not letting Josh Jacobs beat us. Bill Belichick came into Lambeau Field and said, we are not allowing Jordy Nelson and Randall Cobb to beat us.
Didn't Jordy have a huge touchdown before the half in that?
This rookie from Fresno State, if he can beat us, then have at it. And you know what Devontae Adams did? He went and beat him.
He did.
So, I don't know this about this facial expression thing.
No, he did. It's fun.
So, Jordan Love, is the jury still... How many times did we change the criteria of this game? Is the jury still out?
Beyond reasonable doubt was something that we landed on.
You liked reasonable doubt. I just don't think I think there's a disconnect between what we and fans expect and think Green Bay Packers quarterbacks need to do and what Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur are expecting Jordan Love to do. So I am going to say I don't think there's reasonable doubt. I think Jordan Love has proven he is a really good NFL quarterback. Is he Superman? He's not. Is he Aaron Rodgers?
Don't go there.
He's not. Not yet. But I don't think this season is one of those where, yep, he is. Though there's so much, there is not enough reasonable doubt. Do I think Jordan Love is going to be a hindrance to winning a championship? The answer is no.
I don't disagree.
I think I realized the flaw in our game.
All I know is I just got a text from my own child who's listening in the car. I agree with Tausch. Law and Order would be better.
Thank you.
Ouch.
Thanks, Sid.
So there's the difference between proving that they can be like Super Bowl leading the Packers to winning a Super Bowl and proving that they belong on the roster long term.
Yeah, obviously.
So that's where it's difficult because Jordan Love, does he have something to prove? Of course he does.
Look,
but he doesn't have the same thing to prove that Lucas Van Ness does.
I'm going to be honest with you. This idea was co-opted by the Pickler over there, and there's more nuance to this because they have various things to prove that are different in each instance. Like, for example, I have Keyshawn Nixon on the list because he has to prove he's a number one corner. There's no evidence that he can be that guy. He was at times that guy last season, I suppose, but I'm not sure that he can go into the season and you can say, hey, we need to shut down the Vikings and we're going to put you on Justin Jefferson a lot. You got to do the job. And I am a big Keyshawn Nixon guy. But there are so many guys on this. This is why. Let me just run through the list.
Go for it.
Jordan Love, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, Dontavion Wicks, Matthew Golden, Jordan Morgan, Rasheed Walker, Sean Ryan, Luke Musgrave, Devontae Wyatt, Lucas Van Ness, Rashawn Gary, Quay Walker, I think is in a huge prove-it year. Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine, Nate Hobbs, Elton Jenkins has to prove that he's worth keeping for another year. They don't even want to guarantee money that's existing in his contract. And yes, Jesse, I still say Aaron Banks. From a season-long perspective, was he worth the investment? And do you want to keep him, or are you going to decide, you know what, we got a year out of him. He was good enough. He helped us, but he's not worth keeping around and giving him another $10 million. So how can you be a Super Bowl team? Here's why Matt LaFleur thinks that, even though he won't say the words out loud, thinks that they're a Super Bowl team. He thinks all these guys are going to prove it. He thinks these guys are going to remove the reasonable doubt in virtually all their cases.
Jesse's going to convict them of a Super Bowl championship caliber roster. Is that what he's trying to do?
Well, he is doing his best as a defense attorney to convince us that we should side with his clients, all 20 of them. And I think that's why when we talk to Michelle Smallman and we talk to Evan Cohen, it's why the Packers aren't viewed in a way that you're talking about all these other teams, because there is so much to prove. Yes, they've proven they're good enough to be a playoff team. Jordan Love has proven he's good enough to be he's a good quarterback. Anyone who says Jordan Love is not a good quarterback already just doesn't like Jordan Love.
They don't know ball.
I don't like to say
No, I love that. That's my new line. You don't know ball.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan. I think there's so much Natasha Bedingfield unwritten here that is the problem with how we view the Packers.
Is
All
it
right.
unwritten, or is it just we don't like what the novel's showing?
Now that's a really good question.
Because that wide receiver, I'd say we just don't like what we're reading.
We will read more into that. I'll say one person who is proven, and unfortunately I had to reach out to him yesterday, David Gruber, Gruber Law Offices. One call, or in my case, one text. That's all. If you've been seriously injured or you have whiplash and you don't know what to do, one call to make. Gruber Law Offices. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Go to the website, gruber-law.com. I'll say this. He had Nick, one of their great lawyers, there call us. We had a great conversation with him. I'm not sure that we're going to go down the path of litigation, but it's great to have experts who can help you in that process and let you know what do you need to do next. What do I do? I've never been in an accident before. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. They helped us through that process, and they'll help you as well. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns. It's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison. Madison's home of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Lobs up top to Giannis. Whoa, what a play!
Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
Underneath it, bump set, left side, powers it down. What a rally, and Wisconsin comes out on top.
And now, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Fly ball to center. It is way back, and it is gone!
This is Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers. 100.5 ESPN.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
The sound of summer is on ESPN Madison.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Madison's home of the Brewers.
Mizorowski deals. Struck him out. A heater at 101.
Catch every Milwaukee Brewers game this season on 100.5 ESPN.
Back and watching it sail. It's a grand slam.
Brewers baseball on ESPN Madison is presented by Hard Rock Casino Rockford and brought to you by Starion Bank and Sinden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
You love choices.
Like your choices with a Sweeto metal roof.
Choose standing seam or high-profile steel shingles that come in a variety of styles that last a lifetime.
Put a Sweeto metal roof on and take the worry off with choices.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Sweeto. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Sweeto metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Sweeto metal roof. Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
It's a beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like it's a beautiful day.
I wish I had a Coldplay song instead of a Natasha Bedingfield song.
I think there's a couple people that wish they didn't have a Coldplay song.
Coldplay playing Camp Randall Stadium. If you're cheating on your spouse, avoid the Jumbotron.
Probably not the best time for me to say Up North Joe will be there.
That is great. And it's like dominating social media.
Oh, if you're not involved or know them, it's really funny. Like he
goes and hides, and she turns her back.
Do you think they address it at Camp Randall on Saturday? They make a comment about it before between sets or between songs?
I don't know. I would think not, probably. But it'd be funny if they did, except again for these folks that were involved in it. But yeah, social media's having some fun with it, and it is going to be, the old Homer Simpson gif where he's backing up out the shrub. This is going to probably replace that.
Let me hear you if you're here with your spouse. Let me hear you if you're not.
The misstep by this couple, notwithstanding, Natasha Bedingfield's song Unwritten became repopularized recently with some streaming show that it was used on.
Sydney Sweeney's movie. I forgot what it's called, but
Coldplay singing Unwritten?
No.
I was segueing back to a point that you made, which was really good, which is a lot of the Packers' story unwritten, or is it written and we just don't like what we're reading?
Yeah.
I thought that was a great point, because if you look at the wide receivers, you're talking about, two guys that are entering year 4, 2 guys that are entering in year 3. At what point, Tausch, do you think your story is, for all intents and purposes, largely written?
It's really tough to make that blanket statement, because
right. Everybody's different. I get it.
Devontae obviously took him some time. Some guys jump right into the scene, and I think Edgerrin Cooper is one. We need him to be a dog this year. He showcased that at the end of last season. Quay Walker, it's taken him a while. They don't pick up the option. They didn't pick up the option because the price tag would be, because you combine outside and inside linebackers on the tag or on that tender. So I understand why they didn't, but you would have hoped by now Quay would have been like, he's our Freddie Varner, let's go. And I think Edgerrin Cooper is going to end up fitting that mold more. I don't know what they're going to end up doing. They talk a lot that they want to bring Quay Walker back, and maybe they'll find a happy medium and find a contract that works and keep him in the fold. But when you're a championship caliber team, there are certainties that you have to kind of have. This is going to be, I'm going to get this from this player. I'm going to get this. These are our foundational rocks that we can build off of. And I think they have that with Josh Jacobs. But is that enough to say, yes, you're a team, a young team that continues to try to prove itself? Sometimes you have to prove it to yourself that you can do it. And that's why I thought 2 years ago you felt it, and then last year you really thought they have proven it, and then they weren't able to get over the hump in the really tough games. And I'm not going to sit here and try to compare this to NBA, the battles that you had to watch with, Jordan's Bulls getting by the Pistons, and teams trying to get the Celtics, Lakers, and the Pistons having to get through that group to get before the Jordan and the Bulls, and then I don't think that's a fair, because there's more consistency. Every roster is 25 to 30% turned over every year in the NFL. But your core guys, you have to know what you're getting. And I think right now there's still there's a hope that we're going to get more from Jaden Reed, from Dobbs. And the question I have is, why do we think we'll get that? I hope we get that.
You're right.
But why do we think we're going to? And until you get that answered, I understand now maybe why some more of the national punditry is looking at this as there's a lot of nice stuff. But do you have the essentials? Do you have the stuff that you need on a daily basis to do it? And that's the question that I think needs to get answered if this team's going to do anything big.
Yeah, I don't know how you look at this group and feel like and I hate the phrase, well, he's arrived, right? But we've also talked many times on this show with you, and Rogers used to talk about it a lot. You're kind of welcome to the NFL moment.
That's when you knew you belonged.
Right. That's the thing. And there's a lot of guys that have shown they've belonged, I think. I don't know if they've shown that they have staying power and that they're really, really good. You know, I go back to the wide receivers and something Jason Vrabel said because of, it was kind of right around the same time LaFleur had his line about the vomiting thing. Every time I hear you guys talk about number one wide receiver makes me want to vomit. Well, Jason Vrabel's attitude was, look, we're going to decide who the number one is by who we pay. And to this point, they haven't paid anybody. And they got 2 guys in the last year of their contracts and 2 more guys who will be eligible for extensions after this season. And if we're being honest, Jaden Reed, who we spent so much time talking about last week or earlier this week, they all run together, about what Gabe had said on the Packers State of the Packers show at Summerfest about how he was used and how the Packers view him. We're basically saying that their leading receiver for each of his first 2 seasons in the league, we're not so sure exactly how committed they are to him either. Now, you and I both think if anyone is going to get an extension, it's him because of what Christian Watson is coming off of, even if he's back before Halloween. But the bottom line is, when we look at this group, there are some serious question marks about all of them. And that's not a great place to be when they're heading into year 3 and year 4. Because even Devontae Adams, heading into year 4, he had year 2 was an aberration. I am definitely on the rise, and I'm getting ready to pass up Jordy Nelson in 2016. And then he did in 2017 in year 4.
Yeah, I think that's part of what's fun. You start looking at, from a fan standpoint, we had the era from 2010 to 2023 where it was, we know we can win a championship. If things stay healthy, I don't know right now, if you ask Packer fans, if this group stays healthy, can they win a championship? Obviously, Jordan's first year, nobody thought that. Last year, I think we started believing it because we saw it. We saw it up close when you beat the Dallas Cowboys, and then you have the team that represents your conference in the Super Bowl, and you had them on the ropes and should have beaten them. Last year you didn't feel it. You saw it, you hoped, but every time you had an opportunity to prove it, you fell short. Where are we at as a fan base right now? Do we really believe it? I don't know.
We'll continue this conversation. I feel like we're sounding a little Debbie Downery. I haven't checked the YouTube comments in a while. I still believe that there's a bunch of guys that are going to prove it this year, and this team has a shot at being really, really good.
I think this team wins the division as a 2 or 3 seed. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, did you put anything
I did
on that?
Yeah, we did.
When you were at Hard Rock Casino?
There's your look. Did you just see that? That was the look. Let's go back on YouTube and pull that up. It was beautiful.
We do not have an instant replay function.
It is. Why not?
We should get that, though.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
This specific instance.
No,
yes.
there's got to be other instances.
This is the GIF I'm looking for. It's like when Wilde thinks
wait a minute. Now you're going to GIF me?
It's a GIFer. It's a GIFer. It's also a GIFer to head on down to Hard Rock Casino, Rockford. We had a little fun with it. Jesse has killed it down at the Hard Rock. Not only does he see Bradshaw with his family in a show that only Terry could pull off, It's a beautiful entertainment venue down there, 23,000 square feet, premium concert and event space, more than 1,000 feet of LED screens to enhance the experience for up to 2,000 guests. But we love the sports book, the live table games, the rock shop, all of the slot machines. 9.5 wins. More. Jordan Love. Really good percentage there. Now, do I think he's going to win MVP? At that price, I like it. At that price, I like it. Now, if the Packers are going to win the division, it'll be a 2 or 3, 1 or a 2 seed. Whoop, be loving that. But Hard Rock Casino, whatever your sports opinions, take a dabble. Again, it's only an hour drive from Madison, right to the door at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 down in Rockford, Illinois.
More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is our crew.
A drive, left center, deep. See you later. Caleb Durbin, turn out the lights.
You're listening to Madison's new home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's Hard Rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Black Friday in July is on at Steinhoffels. Save 10% store-wide and shop hot deals now at steinhoffels.com. 10 years ago, Wisconsin basketball handed Kentucky its only loss of the season en route to the 2015 national title game. Frank Kaminsky sharing Devin Booker's feelings years after the Final Four upset when the two played in the NBA.
When I signed in Phoenix and he was there, and the first thing he said when he looked at me, I had never really talked to him outside of this. He just looked at me and goes, "I'm not over it." And I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Made Him Believe, now available on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store, Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Celebrate Happy Gilmore 2 at the Bridges. On Sunday, July 27th, play in the Be Happy 2 or 4-person scramble for $120 per person. Includes 18 holes of golf with a cart, prizes, and dinner. Find more details at golfthebridges.com today.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
Pat Costello, not Mahomes. Go ahead.
So if Mahomes only wins one more title, would we look at it as disappointing?
Stop. Please stop.
Yeah, I would say that's disappointing.
Oh, what?
I would say that's disappointing.
Because he's
based
on
on
a
how
great
he
trajectory?
based on how he started, that would be disappointing. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It'd be disappointing.
Unsportsmanlike. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life. Hey, my name is Stacy Bruner. I was Bucky Badger from 2010 to 2014. My most memorable sports moment was running out the flag at the 2013 Rose Bowl versus Stanford. Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
We're on the Badgers.
The schedule, as we all know, it's very challenging, daunting, however you want to describe it.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
He wants guys who want to jump at the opportunity to play against a schedule like that.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
We're on the Jumbotron. Wilde and Tausch rolls on from the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. This is twice in person in the same week, so it's a good thing you're going to be.
3 times in 6 shows.
Is that right?
Where was the other one?
Pella last week.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Way too much.
It's a lot.
No wonder you've decided that
I'm
you've
not even,
observed
normally,
facial expression.
Normally we could always, you just did it again. Normally a couple times is about where we are at, but it's been very pleasant today.
Thanks.
Despite your efforts.
Appreciate that.
Besides my efforts?
Yeah.
You've been something.
Mm-hmm.
That champagne thing really irked me.
I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Your job, you're trying to make us look good. You tried to make me look like a fool.
I did in that instance. But here's. Can I tell you why I thought that was wrong?
I don't know if I really want to. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Wait a minute, because there's a difference between motive or intent.
But his motive was to make me look like an
Right.
idiot.
You have to admit that you were trying to make him look bad. You were not trying to give
he
correct
wanted
information.
me to. Here's the Badgers at, and you did. That's what you were trying to do.
Had Evan and Michelle not been on with us at that time, I would not have approached it the same way. However, on Unsportsmanlike, they've talked about how they want to go to Illinois this year for Michelle. Like Evan came to Madison last year when Alabama was here and did their Saturday show. They want to do the same thing with them going to Champaign. I thought that when they had talked about it, it was for the Wisconsin-Illinois game because Evan said he would go with, and there was this whole discussion they had. So I was trying to help make us look good with our guests, and I ended up making myself look like an idiot.
Yeah,
and I apologize for that.
But that's not what it felt
Yeah,
like.
it
felt vindictive.
Didn't
it?
It pains me to say these words, but
that's your look. I don't know. Where do you think you picked that up from?
I don't know.
Lenny Briscoe?
I will say this. I've been rewatching Ted Lasso lately.
I heard that's like Superman.
Because there's a report that there's going to be a season 4.
I thought they wrapped that show up. Boy, people love money. I will chase that
I love
dollar.
the show, so I'm happy about it. But anyway, I find myself talking with this kind of muddled British accent after I've watched it. Oi!
Like Mrs. Doubtfire?
Like a pirate.
More like Roy Kent, but not Mrs. Doubtfire. But yeah, like after I watched a couple, I'm doing it to the girls. I'm using phrases that they use. So I don't know where the facial expression
it's there.
is something that Jason Sudeikis does on the show too. Maybe that's it. That could be it. I'll have to watch it with my phone on me, and then I can examine whether I'm making sense.
So I have,
we still have to end the 10 o'clock hour, right?
All right, let's end it, and then I will.
Since when do we care about stuff like that?
He was about to start a new topic.
I was, and and I appreciate you calling it out. Do we have a read, or can I tease?
Can you tease after I tell people about Lakeland Supply? I got to see Vince in person at the ESPN Milwaukee Open at the Bog in Saukville, which was awesome. We had a bunch of great partners there, and Vince and I have talked multiple times about his business and his company, but I never gotten to actually meet him in person. So it was great to do that. Some of our other teammates played golf with him, which was good for both Vince and for me. But what's good about Lakeland Supply is that they've got core values that matter. And core values are part of every successful business, and Lakeland Supply is no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Here's the list: integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified, a Future 50 winner. They're top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Those are all things you want in a company. What's also important, though, is that they're really good at what they do. They're not one of those catalog companies. They work to be your packaging and supply expert, building their plans around what you want, which makes sense to me. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. So set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. All right, big teaser, what do you got?
Well, I'm not going to tease now because something just more funny came across. Coldplay just tweeted, starting with our next show, which I believe is in Madison, or maybe they have one tonight or tomorrow. I don't know.
I don't know, yeah.
We're introducing camera-free audience sections for people and their side pieces. Now, could this be a parody account? Maybe, but it is Coldplay with a little yellow check.
Oh, no, that's them.
So they got a little side piece action section. I don't know which section it'll be at in Camp Rental. And I'm glad I don't know.
It's either going to be very empty or very full.
How do you
will
move
they
your
now
seats?
check? Will you, if your spouse is going, will you then ask what section they're in and then check to see if it's the side piece section?
I'll have to ask up north, Joe, hey, what section you in on Sunday or Saturday? Just out of curiosity.
It has to be probably section S&P for side piece, right?
Good one.
I'm being serious.
I have no conversational segue other than to tell you that the 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Tune in Sunday night for a special replay of Game 6 of the 2021 NBA Finals. This is pretty awesome. Relive the magic of the full game broadcast on the 4th anniversary of the Bucks winning the NBA title. The special replay from the Bucks Radio Network starts 7 o'clock on Madison's home of the Bucks. Sunday night, 100.5 ESPN. The MLB All-Star break still ongoing. Everybody's back to play tomorrow, including the Milwaukee Brewers out west visiting the Los Angeles Dodgers. Big series out of the break. 9:10 first pitch tomorrow night. Pre-game coverage starts at 8:35 here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. Out of the All-Star break, the Brewers have won 7 straight games. They are 16 games over 500 and 56-40. A game back of the Cubs for the top spot in the National League Central Division, and just a game and a half back of the Dodgers for the best record in the National League. Big series. 9:10 first pitch tomorrow night. Brewers and Dodgers. Jose Quintana gets the first start on the mound for Milwaukee out of the break. Football training camp gets underway next Wednesday, 6 days from now, for the Green Bay Packers up in Titletown. All the latest on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Download the Green and Gold Fix podcast.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
It's the 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch. What were you going to tease And then I took away your teasing opportunity, or
No,
maybe
it was right.
Hey,
our friends at Lakelet Supply, we need to make sure we're on board. And my tease was I just finished Quarterback because you were talking Ted Lasso. He's a Netflix guy, right? Is that where that's on?
Apple TV.
Oh, then that wasn't a very good tease or correlation, anyways. I have not watched Lasso. I'm gonna once I get done with Sopranos, I'm gonna get to Lasso.
You're never gonna watch Ted Lasso.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. No, that's right
Don't
up my
say you're
alley.
gonna do things
I
you're
think
not
I'd
gonna
watch.
do.
I think at some point I'll watch Lasso.
You should. I definitely. I'm told Only Murderers in the Building has to be next for me.
Very good. I love that show.
Move. Why would you want murders in your building? Like,
Watch the show and you'll find out.
I think you want to get out of that building.
He really wanted some some courtesy laughter.
I would have liked a little bit.
I would have laughed.
I know Jesse's not.
And you and I were on the same
If
page.
it wasn't the fourth time I heard him say that joke this week, I would have enjoyed it more.
I'm starting to feel like Jesse. Now he's getting a little hosting. He's doing all this stuff. I feel like he's getting a little bloodthirsty over there. That whole Illinois thing was eye-opening to me. I'm going to start sleeping with one eye open. Let's just put it that way. All right, here's the deal.
You're on vacation.
That's true. Netflix has got Quarterback. It was fantastic a couple seasons ago, and they claimed they couldn't find any, so they put wide receiver. I didn't think wide receiver was that great, if I'm just being honest. I didn't think it was that great. I started watching Quarterback, and it was phenomenal. Burrow, Cousins, Goff, and the storylines, and it really, I think it's so smart. I say this, about F1 racing. They did that whole bit, and then all of a sudden it went through the roof.
It did. Yeah.
You tell stories, and Jason, you're a storyteller.
I
love telling stories.
I do love that.
People want access, and they get access that they don't have. They hear stories, and they see. You're going to probably tear up when you see how Kirk Cousins handles being benched, and his wife and his kids. I would bet that you're going to say this, and I said this, I teased this 2 days ago, and I have still not paid it off, so this actually works well. Kirk Cousins is going to be a big-time analyst on a big-time network. He's going to be really good.
Really?
Yes. Kirk Cousins has come across as a star in this Netflix series. He's been dynamite.
How surprised have you been by that?
A bunch, because he feels boring, and he has embraced his nerddom, which I think we always talk about authenticity on this show, and we're trying, there's times there's stuff I don't really want to get into, and I'm sure I know my family doesn't, but I do anyways, because there's obviously some stuff I won't. But
right.
You want authenticity, and you want to know what's really going on. Cousins let us in 2 years ago, and this time he went even above and beyond. I thought his part of this was great. Burrows was interesting because he's the biggest star.
Sure.
But he was the least. I came across liking Kirk, and I still don't think Goff is.
Even though you didn't want to.
Yes. You are you're now like, this is becoming like one of your normal facial. I didn't. And you have to watch, when you watch Quarterback, you're going to say, I like Kirk Cousins.
Really?
Yes.
Is there any chance that it is not authentic? As someone who has not watched it at all.
No. I think it's authentic.
So like when he did that big chain thing without a shirt on, like his teammates really.
I think
you think his teammates would say he's an authentic guy?
Yes, because he's doing it. I think he was doing that as he understood the juice that brought to his locker room. He is, I think, very. He is a thinker. There's no doubt, and I think he's a nerd. I think both of those things can be true, but I think he genuinely is interested in what can he do. What are you shaking your head about?
Aren't all nerds thinkers?
No. No. God, no. I think he understands what being a quarterback is about, and I think he grew into that, and I think he is now very secure, and that comes across in big ways on this show.
Okay. Who are the other quarterbacks featured?
Burrow, Goff. And Goff's wife was a star.
Oh.
Goff's wife was a star. I thought Goff was really good in it too. And for us, he was kind of he's kind of like Cousins a little bit, actually,
I would
to
agree.
me. Mm-hmm. And he's L.A. and he let us in on how he felt about how the Rams did that. So you learned, you understood it, you watched how they went about the stumble bum play that they stole from the Packers. That they went into detail on that. It was him and Ben Johnson. Dan Campbell is. You have to come across loving Dan Campbell. My point on this is a great thing for the players to do. I know it's inconvenient. I'm sure it's time consuming. I'm sure they're paid well. I want Jordan Love to do this. I don't think Jordan Love is viewed in a certain way. I think he's coming into his own. He just got married. I think Packer fans, while we all want to see Hard Knocks, I know they don't want to and will fight it tooth and nail to never have it happen.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But I think Jordan Love should embrace being on quarterback, and I think it would be great for him, his brand, and his family to let us in to what this season could look like. I would love it.
Yeah, and I feel that's why I feel the way I feel about Hard Knocks too, is that, look, I try to bring you those stories, right? I try to give you as many glimpses behind the curtain, and I think I do a decent job of that. But I don't have the access that NFL Films or Netflix or Omaha Productions has. And that I love this stuff too. Like, I'm not trying to fight against it. I would like to have more access than I have to guys and have guys be authentic and open up, and I try to get them to do that, and I try to give them the platform to do so. But this kind of stuff, and it's only a couple players every year, right? 2 years ago, it was quarterbacks, it was wide receiver, and now it's back to quarterbacks. Like, yeah, I would love for Jordan Love to do it. Now, I think,
would you advise him to do it?
I would. I do think that I think there's more to him than he lets on.
You think he's a BBD guy?
I don't know. I think he's...
Or is he just BBB?
Boring by birth.
However you want to spin it.
Boring by design. That's the Mike McCarthyism. Boring by birth. I don't think he is ultra charismatic. I don't think he's as boring as he presents
By the way, I don't
himself.
think Goff comes across as charismatic in this either.
Yeah. But I can tell you this, like, his wife, Ronica, she is 100% authentic.
Here comes Ronica. Is that... No?
No, but her dad is Ron Stone, who played in the NFL for a long time, and all of his kids...
Was he the guard from San Fran?
Have a different... No, he played for Dallas, I think.
Okay.
But all of his children have variations of Ron in their names.
Okay.
Which I think is an interesting...
So, and part
approach.
of this is...
he did play for the 49ers.
That's what I thought.
He was a guard for the Cowboys, Giants, 49ers. He overlapped with you.
I thought he played for... anyways, I think...
Played at Boston College.
She is going to, now that she is married to the quarterback for the G&G, she's going to be taking on a big role. Like, that is just how this goes. And it sounds like she's got a big personality from what you've said, and she'll be great.
I want to get her on Love Madison's roster.
Yeah, great. Go for it.
It
sounds like you're getting your kid a scholarship with Kelly Sheffield.
We did talk about Ronica.
What did you have to say?
Well, I mean, if they're married now, it's not like I don't know. I don't know how celebrity marriages work because I'm not a celebrity, and neither is Paula.
Okay.
Now you're just annoying.
I mean, people. We got recognized. I got recognized last night out somewhere.
Right,
I think we are celebrities.
I think we know the difference between a celebrity, like capital C celebrity, and whatever we consider ourselves here.
Local celebrities.
So if you're like, she played for the San Diego volleyball team, and that's other professional. There's 2 professional volleyball leagues in the United States. She played for the San Diego team. Now that you're married, do you actively seek out playing for Love Madison so you can be, quite frankly, at home with your husband? Or I don't know how that works.
Or maybe Jordan tries to get out to the Chargers. I don't think that's going to happen.
Jordan Love for Justin Herbert, who says no.
I'm saying no.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So anyway, I think she would be really, really good. And I think he is capable of being better than he is in terms of being funny, or I think he's likable, right? I mean, we saw him at the AmFam Championship. People like him. I don't see how anyone could not like you.
Yes.
Okay. Great conversation. We need to play trivia, don't we?
We do.
What's today's category for Let me try that again.
Wow.
Wilde and Tausch trivia presented by Vortex Golf. What's today? I was going to say Wisconsin Geography Wednesday because I wasn't on yesterday, so that's why.
Kirk Cousins will end up doing Netflix's Christmas games. That's my prediction.
Good prediction.
I'm sorry, we were talking about trivia.
He's still doing the Cousins thing. Let him roll.
Sorry, sir.
Well, Josh thinks he's Wendy's. Joshy DiMaggio's texted us. It's a facade. He sucks, but no. He doesn't suck. He's good.
What's the category?
We're celebrating an anniversary this week. Did you guys know that?
Cousins. Oh, what's your anniversary?
4 years ago this week, the Milwaukee Bucks became NBA champions.
Ooh.
4 years since they defeated the Phoenix Suns in the 2021 NBA Finals. The 2021 Milwaukee Bucks NBA championship is today's Wilde and Tausch trivia category.
Caller number, what number is Kirk Cousins wear? 8?
18.
He wore 8 in Minnesota, but he's 18 while he's riding the bench in Atlanta.
50 years since the Bucks won a championship.
Or 4.
Caller 21 for the 2021 NBA title.
Sure.
It's pretty good.
Caller 21. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller number 21 for Wilde and Tausch trivia coming up next. I feel like one of the storylines that have gone under the radar in recent weeks is the fact that the Wildes finally got a couch. I mean, it's really nice, too. We love it. And we got that 18-month 0% interest financing from Steinhoffels, which allowed it to be more affordable for us. But I don't feel like we talked about it a lot.
We talked about it for 6 years.
Right, but then it actually
then
when he actually died, it was extremely sudden. That's a Fletch.
Didn't watch the movie.
You've never seen Fletch?
No, I don't think, no.
I think that's a miss by you. Jesse's answering phones. What you might be missing out on is a great night's sleep, and if you're looking for your best night's sleep, Steinhoffels has you covered with the Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Tempur-Pedic's advanced pressure-relieving technology helps make those everyday aches and pains, and maybe even some whiplash, a thing of the past. Right now, Queen Hybrid models start at just $52 a month with Steinhoffels' 60-month financing, and when you buy, you'll get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. And if you want to level up your comfort, add an anti-snore adjustable base and sleep even better. Steinhoffels is your mattress destination, so shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
The ESPN Madison Open presented by Coors Light is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing their bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. The ESPN Madison Open is also brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors, Starion Bank, Celebrations Entertainment, The Bogey Factory, Bruner Realty, and Hush Blackwell.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend is up next July 17th through the 20th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
So I just went through the ESPN Madison office region, and on last Friday when you guys were both out and Riley was in with Brian Balaga, he told us that he was in a jiu-jitsu battle royale. He reached the final where he went down to defeat. But one of the combatants no-showed. So he only had to win one match to reach the final. Jesse's the king of the asterisk. Does that deserve an asterisk?
Big time, yeah.
No.
Well,
how is that?
No, it's not
what it is.
It's not an asterisk. It's just a default victory, which blemishes the path to the championship.
Like if he'd have won the title, would you have given it an asterisk?
No.
Okay.
Because there was no...
But he gets one for reaching the final because he only had to beat one guy.
Yeah. There's no asterisk on the second place finish. There's an asterisk on that particular match in the, was it the semifinal or the quarterfinal, whatever it was.
In the quarters, yeah.
So Yannick Sinner doesn't get a championship at Wimbledon. He gets an asterisk.
He gets an asterisk in the match that he won without. Yeah, it's like a bird hides its head in the sand.
I just got to know your astrich's whole deal. That's what you want to. how you want to approach it.
Time now for trivia.
What were
Wilde
we
and
talking
Tausch
about?
Trivia is brought to you by Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
Earlier this week, about when I was saying that the jiu-jitsu community would overtake. What was that correlation with Jesse? If you remember, we were having that discussion. Jesse would get replaced with the new. Do you remember what we were talking about?
Because he would bring the jiu-jitsu community.
It was the Miz going into the
All-Star
game
yes.
relative to Riley replacing me at the Wisconsin Broadcasters Awards.
Really apropos.
Not at all a good analogy.
I thought that was a stretch.
You did too?
I did.
Okay.
Let's play some trivia. Let's welcome in our contestant. Oh, Tausch, I know how much you love Randolph. Not just the Rockets, but that supper
Great
club.
little supper club down there. Ice cream drinks.
Which allows you to talk about it.
File in.
It is JC in Randolph. JC, good morning. How are you today?
Hey, good morning. Fine, thank you.
The category is the 2021 NBA Finals. Question number 1 goes to Tausch.
The legendary Valley Oop in Game 5 of the NBA Finals in Phoenix featured a Giannis dunk after which Bucks player stripped the ball away from Devin Booker of the Suns? Is it Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, or Pat Connaughton?
That's a tough one. I'm going to go with Drew Holiday.
Yes,
Smart
sir.
move. Well done.
Nothing
1 for 1.
funny there. Like,
yeah, what's the deal
What
here?
is going on? Is Stoic
Why did you
Thursday?
say, like,
I was thinking about putting Ryan
Oscar
Rollins
Robertson.
in there. Yeah, I could have gone old school. I didn't even think of that.
Brian
that was all
Winters.
like, these are all legitimate answers.
Yeah.
And there's nothing funny about it.
Given how critical you were of Sparky and Sussex trivia earlier in the week, this is a miss.
It's fair.
Yeah, that sucked.
It's very fair.
And it was hard.
I'm glad JC got it right
Yeah.
anyway.
I am too.
All right, JC, question 2. Maybe there'll be something funny in here, but probably not. In Game 4 of the 2021 NBA Finals in Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo helped preserve a Bucks win by blocking a potential dunk with just over a minute to play in the game. Which Suns player attempted the dunk that Giannis blocked? These are hard.
Winning a championship is hard.
Not for Bucks fans that are avid memories of these finals. They're not.
All right, JC, good luck to you, sir. Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, or Mikal Bridges?
I'm just going to take a poke at this one. Number 3 again. The third choice you gave me. Yeah.
Tough one.
Second choice.
Yep.
DeAndre Ayton is the correct answer.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, this is ridiculous.
Tough question. No,
It's tough.
It's fair. It's fair.
Not
one
when
is
you
fair.
juxtapose it with some of the other questions.
The first
other
question is
contestants
way
have
too
got.
hard for a first question. I'll give you that.
Little tough on the first one. I apologize.
The last one is interesting, and I learned something, so this will be good. Of the 4 playoff series the Bucks played in that 2021 NBA playoffs, how many times did Milwaukee lose Game 1 of that series? Once, twice, thrice.
Well, I know they lost the 2021 first game in the series. Going to be another...
Another wild guess. Wild guess, Chase.
Yeah, I know one for sure. I'm going to go 3.
Thrice is nice. Let's go.
Once, twice, 3 times a game, 1 loss. JC, way to persevere through comparatively difficult questions as compared to others who competed this week. You got 3 of the possible 4 entries into the drawing tomorrow. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you.
All right. Love you guys.
I love you guys.
That is Wilde and Tausch Trivia presented by Vortex Golf, and there's nothing better after you play a round of golf and use your Vortex Golf rangefinder to be accurate in your approach shot than having a Coors Light.
Yeah, Coors Light, it's great on the golf course. It's great at a Coldplay concert. It's great at a Morgan Wallen concert. It's great after a big win down in Dubuque/Bettendorf, Iowa at 3 in the morning. And whether you're tailgating pregame or any of those other experiences, crack open a Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light because it's brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lagered. It is cold filtered, and it is cold packaged, so it is made to chill. It's refreshingly cold and only 102 calories. Coors Light, made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Woe Deli is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
What's in your summer survival kit? Mark Tauscher here, and I'll tell you what should be. A cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and for just $12.99, a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut. For a limited time, choose from 4 loaded legends, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the spicy Hawaiian for just $12.99. Hot, melty, and made to crush hunger. A perfect summer go-to order. Order up before it's gone on the Pizza Hut app. And remember, nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese.
Madison's home of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Lops up top to Giannis. Whoa, what a play!
Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
Underneath it, bump set, left side, powers it down. What a rally, and Wisconsin comes out on top. And
now, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Fly ball to center. It is way back, and it is gone!
This is Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
Summer is here, and your taste buds deserve the best. Carbless is perfect for the pool, the lake, or hanging out by the fire. Full of flavor with 0 sugars, only 100 calories, and made with premium spirits. Don't just settle for something overly carbonated and those flavorless seltzers. Carbless has full flavor with every sip, not just a hint. So when you're ready to take a drink and ready to chill, Carbless is clean, crisp, and won't leave you feeling bloated. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com.
Take your game to the next level with Vortex Golf. This employee-owned brand out of Wisconsin brings you premium rangefinders like the Blade, Blade Slope, and the Anarch, packed with features like image stabilization, pin spotter mode, and rock-solid accuracy. Backed by a legendary no-questions-asked VIP lifetime warranty and unmatched customer service, Vortex has you covered. Ready to upgrade your gear? Visit maplehillgolf.com and search Vortex to see the full lineup. Vortex Golf, you can bet on it.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
Join me, Gwen Mahoney, your 2025 Dane County Fairest of the Fair at the Dane County Fair at the Alliant Energy Center, July 17th through the 20th. On Thursday is our Hometown Hero Day. Heroes get in free. At night is the band Ember. Friday has Kids Day activities and salsa dancing at night. The Cars and Cows Showcase hosted by Zimbrick and Cochran & Company presented by Life 102.5 is on Saturday. Entertainment presented by La Movida on Sunday. The Dane County Fair is fun for all ages. I hope to see you there July 17th through the 20th. For more information, visit DaneCountyFair.com.
ESPN Madison is proud to partner with Mentoring Positives for our 3rd annual ESPN Madison Open. Mentoring Positives is a nonprofit based right here in Madison and is dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. As a trusted presence in the community, Mentoring Positives has been helping young people build confidence, leadership, and purpose for 20 years. They're changing lives right here in our community. Visit mentoringpositives.org to make your impact today. That's mentoringpositives.org.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
much time for it.
I need a little help. I just got critiqued. And they said, as a UW graduate, the way you wrote your tweet about Jordan Love and quarterback sucks, so can you help me here? And I quote, would you, as a Packers fan, want Jordan Love on, at Netflix, quarterback, to be featured this season? Or did I screw this up? What could I add or make better?
To be featured on quarterback this season?
Is that better?
Would you? I would just. I just think you have all the pieces here.
Just help me with the
He's
edit.
going with the compliment sandwich for you.
No, just tell me where it sucks.
As a Packers fan, that's phrase one is I would have started with. Would you, all caps, want Jordan Love to be featured on this season of quarterback on Netflix? So basically, you can repurpose every word you have there, but whoever critiqued you, which, I mean, it feels a little nitpicky. We knew what you meant.
No, it's sloppy. I want to be critiqued and coached. It was sloppy. I just kind of haphazardly
You didn't even
threw it out
capitalize quarterback. That is the name of the show.
The name of the show should be capitalized. Yeah.
Maybe I will. So would you, as a Packers fan, want Jordan Love to be featured on this season of quarterback?
On Netflix. If you feel the need to mention them.
There you go. All right.
Boy.
Less time for Wonelli now.
Time for Wonelli.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Wonelli
on Wilde and Tausch.
Von Miller, 1 year, planning to join the Washington Commanders as the veteran continues his pursuit of a Super Bowl title. Big deal, little deal, or no deal relative to the Green Bay Packers, Tausch?
No deal. I was assuming people would say, oh, the Packers should pick him up. Nah. Von is about that time.
To bring forth the rhythm and the rhyme?
It's about that time.
Von Miller is 36 years old.
Way too old for the Packers.
Well, and I saw this from...
He hadn't been able to stay healthy, and he was not uber effective in Buffalo.
He's had some off-the-field issues of late.
There's a lot of stuff there. I just think Von has had a really great career, but it's about that time.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes,
I think so.
No, he'll definitely be a Hall of Famer. Now, if you want to get into,
he had 2 Super Bowls.
He had a lot
Super
of
Bowl
issues,
MVP.
and I still think there should be more looked into when it comes to PEDs and things like that. Allegedly,
7-time All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler. Yeah.
On the field stuff, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, and I think I've given up on that crusade. Like that ship has sailed. I'm not gonna fight fights that don't need fighting. And that's a fight I'm not going to fight.
You pick the fights worth fighting. Wonelli.
How's it view from the cheap seats, Louis?
AJ. Him too.
I've heard it both ways.
American President is a great movie.
Okay, you want to talk about the ESPYs? Did you guys watch last night?
I saw clips.
Okay, what'd you think?
Thought it was interesting, man. I thought it was interesting.
How so?
Oh, when he says that.
No, there was a lot of awkwardness. It reminded me of when Ricky Gervais did, I don't know what award show he did, where he basically didn't give 2 blanks about the audience in the crowd. He was more about the mass audience, and some hit, some missed. It reminded, to me, that was a Ricky Gervais deal last night.
Jason, you didn't watch.
I didn't watch.
Wonelli!
I thought it was interesting.
Lee Corso was recognized with College Game Day last night. That was pretty cool. They had Herb Street and the Game Day McAfee crew. They brought the USC band out. They played.
That was cool.
That was pretty cool. Yep. That was my favorite part.
Wonelli!
Ran into 2 fans yesterday, 2 different places. Fans of Wilde and Tausch.
Did you help them up?
Nice. Mike and Kendall came out to Jones Dairy Farm yesterday. Jones Market had a delicious lunch, caught up with him for a little bit. And then we were out last night in Sun Prairie, and Josh in Madison said, Jesse Nelson from Wilde and Tausch. I listen to you guys every day. So I asked both of them what's their favorite thing about our show, which Tausch always appreciates when we ask that of our fans.
I like that.
Josh,
is that some sort of a loyalty
it's
test?
It's a litmus test, yeah.
Josh said he thinks we're real, we're cool, and we're funny.
I like all those.
You think that's
Are we
true?
Cool? I think we're real, and I think we're funny.
I think
we're funny now.
I think one of us is cool.
I would agree with that.
That would be me.
Sure.
What? You're a lot of things. On a scale of 1 to 10, how cool do you think you are?
No, I'm pretty cool.
Like if Charles Woodson is a 10.
I'm not Charles Woodson cool.
Okay, I'm telling you, if he's a 10, what are you?
Depends which audience you're in. It really does.
Like, do you think Joe Thomas is cooler than you?
Ooh, wow.
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, you're cooler than me. I'm not debating who's the coolest on the show. But if we're going to say that our show is cool and we only have one person that we consider cool, I want to know how cool he is because he's got to carry the rest of us that aren't cool.
I wouldn't describe our show as cool, but I'm not going to sit here and say that.
I don't think you're that cool.
I don't really care.
I don't know if
100%.
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about how cool he is because we're definitely not as cool.
But here's the thing. People who aren't cool frequently admire people who are cool.
Oh.
And I don't really admire his coolness.
That's fantastic.
Come on, you're not going to have anything. I'm trying
what
to
do you
goad
want me to say? No,
into something, and that's what I get. I spend my life reacting to stuff you say on this show all the time. I call you uncool, and you give me nothing.
What do you want me to say?
Something.
You have an opinion.
I don't really
Fight
care.
for your right to be cool,
because I don't. It doesn't bother me that he doesn't think
What
I'm
makes
cool.
you think you're so cool?
I just think that I carry myself and I go about my business. And if that's cool to you, great. If it's not, tough luck.
Actually, he got us. He's more cool by not acknowledging that you're saying he's not cool. He's
Why
got
did you
us.
throw your papers over?
In exasperation.
Is that trying to be cool?
No, I'm exasperated.
I think this is one of those cases where you're actually cooler because you're hanging out with certain people that are not cool too. Like that's another part of the equation.
Okay, that's the best you could come up with.
No, I mean,
they're
I'm
just
saying.
insulting us further. We already insulted ourselves by saying we weren't cool.
What did the other people say when you asked them?
Tausch is really cool.
Mike loves our insights and our takes on the Green Bay Packers. He finds that to be very informative and compelling. Yep.
All right.
But we're funny and cool was what stood out to me from those interactions yesterday.
All right.
That's it for Whoa Nelly.
Sure is.
Whoa, Nelly! I think Whoa Riley's been really good. You might have to go to the pen.
You know what's cool? Being an Associated Bank customer. It means you get great customer service. It means you can have Badgers checking, Brewers checking, or Packers checking. But most importantly, you've got a local bank. It's not branches that make a bank local. It's their roots. And they are rooted in our communities and rooted in Green Bay, where they were there even before the Packers were. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. You got anything else there, cool guy?
No, I'm just picking up your garbage. Guess
I
that's
wouldn't call
cool.
our show sheet garbage.
You just threw it like it was garbage, so I'll pick up after you because I can't sit here and complain when the studio's dirty. I'm going to keep it clean, and I'll help you out.
He's
what
so
I'm doing.
cool.
By the way, I never said I was cool. That is not what I've never said that. You guys said it.
Could you check the tape?
No, I didn't disagree.
I asked you if you thought you were
No,
cool.
I didn't disagree. I don't think I'm not, but I'm not sitting here touting from the windowsill.
or shouting
what is it,
from
Dame
the
time?
mountaintop.
Dame coming back? We sign
We'll
a
wrap
Dame?
things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
The Milwaukee Brewers, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And a ground ball through the left side, and Jackson Churio has walked off the Dodgers. It is brooms for the Brewers.
Friday on 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. 10 years ago, Wisconsin basketball handed Kentucky its only loss of the season. Frank Kaminsky sharing Devin Booker's feelings years after the Final Four upset when the two played in the NBA.
When I signed in Phoenix, I had never really talked to him outside of this. He just looked at me and goes, "I'm not over it." And I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Made Him Believe, now available on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel and on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
ESPN Madison is proud to partner with Mentoring Positives for our 3rd annual ESPN Madison Open. Mentoring Positives is a nonprofit based right here in Madison and is dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. As a trusted presence in the community, Mentoring Positives has been helping young people build confidence, leadership, and purpose for 20 years. They're changing lives right here in our community. Visit mentoringpositives.org to make your impact today. That's mentoringpositives.org.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Gear up for Quick Trip's Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Now through August 17th. Play free daily in the Quick Rewards app and earn bonus plays with every eligible purchase. Grab one with hot food. That's 2 bonus plays. Each week, the cash prize climbs by $5,000, all the way to a $250,000 grand prize. So open the app and get climbing. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents residing in Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, North Dakota, or Wisconsin. Ends August 17th. Bonus plays require qualifying purchase. See full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Jim Rutledge here from Jim, Matt, and Molly. Join myself, gold medalist Matt Hamilton, and Molly Brown live from Monk's in Middleton on Thursday, July 24th. Monk's Bar and Grill is known throughout the Midwest as the place to go for a great burger and friendly service since 1947. Plus, they have plenty of ice-cold Coors Light, because when the mountains are blue, you know what to do. Say it with me. Come out and crush a Coors Light and enjoy the show with me, Jim, Matt, and Molly, live from Monk's in Middleton, Thursday, July 24th.
The Cincinnati Reds begin a post-All-Star break run in New York City against Juan Soto and the Mets.
Juan Soto has tied this one up.
Coverage begins Saturday at 3:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Presented by Progressive Insurance.
All right, we're way late. But I do want to say this,
this Coldplay deal. This would be a non-story if they didn't react. You got to act like you belong. Like I've been getting free breakfast at the Hilton down the street for the past 2 weeks. Just act like you belong, and none of this would have come about. It's from Tony X on Twitter.
Thank you, Tony. The best, well, they're not the best yet. They're just the damn sports show. Tucker Kraft is number 4 on my countdown. Can he be the Packers' leading receiver in 2025 is their question. Great question for their show. Wish we'd have thought of it.
I would hope not.
Yes or no?
Check your show sheet.
Was that on there?
The whole thing we were going to do today was Jason's countdown. That went out the window.
Yeah, Tausch isn't interested. He hasn't read it. But he's cool. We've all established that. That's it for us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial